Dad and I are being joined by our friends Aaron Hunt and BigRobbo14, and this time we are heading to France to see who's the best over 5 seasons. However, there is a twist, because although we are starting in what would be present day, we are doing so from the 2017 retro database, which means we have simmed the last 8 seasons to get to this point and created an alternate universe. A universe where some players have made very different career choices. So sit back and enjoy as it's another fatal 4-way rebuild with extra points for where we are positioned between the 4 of us, as well as a slight change up in the points tally itself. Yes boys, welcome back to the 4-way rebuild. We have Big Robbo and Aaron back with us, and we're in an alternate universe. How that has happened, we've basically used a retro database, gone further into the future to what would be present day. So all of our teams that we have done basically by random as well are all slightly different to what you know and love. So how are we, boys? We all good?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Thank you for having us back on. It was a pleasure last time. It was a good video that last time as well.
So I think it's a bit of a redemption time for you, especially Robbo after your first couple of seasons from last time. But I think the squad that you've picked up this time is arguably the best one out of the lot, because if we're looking at the League One that finished the season before in this alternate universe, Dad was actually Nice, who is the #1 spot right behind PSG, but Monaco right after on 80 points. That's the one that you've managed to pick up, Robbo.
Yep.
Me and Aaron, we are nearly 20 points behind.
They've landed on their feet there, them two.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the best managers get the best teams.
Yeah, true, mate.
Where's Dad got Nice then?
Yeah. Yeah, the points say otherwise from the last one. Right, so let's have a look then at the transfer window for the first season and a little introduction to our squad. So starting things off, we all roughly had the same budget, which is kind of nice going into this. I had a few players that I've decided to bring in, starting off with Sarr from what would be Tottenham, but he's not on this. So this is already where it's getting a little bit confusing, but £3.4 million, bit of a bargain. I've then picked up Onyedel, who is a Chilean new gen, only 18 years of age for that striker position. I'm thinking if we give him some game time, he could be an animal, because at 18, he looks quite good anyway for 2.6 million, and he's already got 3 goals in 5 games, so he has hit the ground running here in France. Danny Hansen from Chelsea is my biggest signing of the summer, £20 million left-footed centre-back that I've decided to bring in. He was Colombian. And then finally, Arno Tenyas, who is the Spanish goalkeeper at Barcelona, for just 2 million. That's a steal, by the way. That is an unbelievable deal that I have brought in. Don't think I've sold many players outside of a couple of youth players that I wasn't really intending on using, so we don't have to worry too much about that. A lot of the stuff was already done before I got here. But tactically, I'm setting up in a 4-4-2 with deep wingers that we've got, and we've got Onyedeli up front. Now, the best 11, because we'll quickly go over it, because as we said, this is a different side to what you know as Bordeaux. I have the Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri. Mental, by the way. Yeah. He's 29. Doesn't look as good as what Rodri does in our world in Football Manager, but he still is one of my best players right now in that centre defence midfield spot. Another highlight, I think, is the guy next to him, Valentin Vada. He also looks fantastic. A player that I don't think I know what he's doing in our world at this point. Mariano up front, of course, he played for Real Madrid. Manuel Lanzini's another player that you might recognise there. So a few different players that you will know and recognise, as well as a couple of players who have gone out on loan as well. So that's kicking things off. Let's have a look at Dad's Nice side, or his nice side. We've got a few players that have come in for you, Dad. Starting off, actually, we got one player that you decided to bring in. I remember now, you didn't have the budget.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, you are the only one who really didn't. James Rodriguez. And I think it's basically because Nice spent a lot of their money before you joined.
Yeah,
so
typical,
you brought in James Rodriguez on a free transfer, 34 years of age, bit of a veteran now.
He is a bit, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm just hoping he'll just get me out in that sort of position.
Yeah. Then we're looking at your first team, going for a narrow diamond. You got Hakim Ziyech in there, so already some names that you might recognise. Damari Gray, Nasty up front. Szymanski, Sarr and Pacho at the back.
It's not a bad defence, to be honest with you, so I'm quite pleased with that. Playing with the wide wingers as well in midfield, and I got a good strike force. So
you got Callum Wilson on the bench as well.
Yeah, so I've got a bit of reserve there. He's quite good. I like him. So yeah, I'm going to do you boys some damage in this, I think.
Ooh, fight talk. Right, come on then, Aaron. Introduce us to your Lyon side and the transfers that you made this summer.
Transfers is pushing it a little bit. I only managed one. The only person I managed to bring in was Balogun as a striker. Something else that eagle-eyed viewers might know is that I have not done the graphics pack, so every single player in my team is just a silhouette. So I'm like Dad as well. I was saying this to Luke before we started the recording. I like to look at players' faces, and that's how I recognise them. I'm not very good with the name side of it. So I was freestyling it a little bit, but yeah, we brought in Balogun. Nobody went out, nobody else came in. Tactically, we're setting up with like a little 4-2-3-1 with a DM, ball-winning midfielder. Got a couple of wingers out there. Let's see what the best 11's picking. To be fair, I haven't heard of most of my team.
There's a couple of players that I recognise straight away.
That's Zapata Geezer. It's putting up front. It's putting this Zapata Geezer up front, but I weren't happy with that, which is why I locked in Balogun for this season. I've never heard of this guy, Razvan Marin. Has anyone heard of him?
He's a great player.
I think he played for Chelsea. Yeah,
he's a good player.
Well, I've never heard of him, but I'm hoping that he can do a job there in that playmaker role. And that's my team. That's what I'm going with, lads. So wish me luck with all my silhouettes there.
I'm just going to say I can see all their faces and I don't recognise any of them.
So the face pack would have made no difference.
This geezer looks alright. This Lucas Toussaint, he looks quite good in the DM. Yeah, I think he's a solid player.
I think when Football Manager actually came out for this database, he was one of the best DMs that you could pick up.
He looks really solid,
good.
mate.
You have got some recognisable names though on your bench.
I've got Jefferson Lerma. He's about. Barcola's just coming through, but as you can see, I haven't done the graphics pack. Barcola's just some white blonde guy on this now.
Yeah, Memphis is on there as well in his second spell at Lyon. So you have got some recognisable names on there. Right, let's have a look then at BigRobbo14 side, the Monaco team that you've got, mate.
Yep. Now, before we get into the transfers, I actually had quite a bit of money, but something that I realised was that a year or two before, Mbappe actually left Monaco to go to City. So he left for 124 million. So I think I still had a bit of that money left over because in the transfer window, they didn't really spend much of that money. So the first signing I got in is a new gen that is recognisable from the current game, Oscar Gluck. 21 years old, looks decent, attacking midfielder, good vision, good passing, looks like a good playmaker. Next signing I brought in, now instantly, I know this French league, you have got to weaken PSG at any possible point. So what I did is I loaned like their fourth striker, hoping it's going to do something, Adam Holzek.
Calm down there, mate.
He's got 18 finishing, 18 off the ball, 17 decisions. I mean, he looks really, really good. I don't know how he weren't getting a game for them, but hopefully he can get me a few goals. Next signing, we brought in another new gen, Diego Carcaba. Again, not really heard of him before, but he looks decent. 15 passing, 17 vision again. Another playmaker for the midfield. A couple of cams have already come in, so you can probably guess what tactic I'm going with in season one. If you watched the last rebuild video, it actually was the one that only got me any points, so I think I'm going to go with that again. Next signing coming in, I think the best signing of the summer is De Ligt. I picked him up for £10 million. His physicals are great, mentals are great. In real life, he's got that real leadership personality, so I'm hoping he can bring that to my Monaco side. Another signing that came in, the most expensive one, was Daniel Bragnaca. He's always been really good on FMs, but I've never seen him look this good. I don't know if this year, for like what the database was based off, he had a really good potential or something, but he looks really, really good. Again, another type of playmaker, but more of a defensive one. He's going to be solid in that DM position, I think, for the full rebuild, really. And the final signing, the best signing, I think, was Mario Rica. Now, this guy cost me 700k. 700k. He's got yellows everywhere, 17 pace, 18 agility, 16 finishing, 15 off the ball. It's unbelievable. I think that actually might be one of my best signings of all time on Football Manager. I'm not going to lie. He looks absolutely bonkers. If I go into my tactic as well, we're doing the 4-2-2 Marco Rose style. It's coming back.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm serious, this rebuild. Listen, after 9 points in 3 seasons last time out, I'm not taking the mick anymore. So we're locking in that 4-2-2. We've got Frimpong locked in at right back, who you'd recognise, currently playing for Leverkusen. He's been linked to Liverpool after obviously Trent left Liverpool after wanting to be the captain. That was his dream, apparently. We got Fabinho locked in at the CDM as well. Again, former Liverpool player, but he looks very, very good on here. Thomas Lemar at left cam. Again, looks really, really good. And Mario Rica up front. I think I've got the best team.
I find it hard to argue with that.
Yeah, your bench has got, like, when I did best 11 pick, it's got Yuri Tillemans, who's a 4.5-star player.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I've just done my best pick 11. Like, it's got quite a lot of recognisable players, which was quite good when I came in as well. Like, it's got Meret in net, the Napoli keeper, Romagnoli, Frimpong, Fabinho, Bragnacca. So when I came in and looked at the squad initially, like I kind of had a gist of like what players were what. So yeah, I'm feeling really confident. I've got Keita Balde up front as well, who's some like god in this database for some reason. I don't know why, but he's absolutely amazing too. So yeah, I'm feeling quietly confident, I think.
I'm just so jealous of that Mario Rica pickup that you got for like less than £1 million. He is mint.
Where do you lot find these players? I get ripped off me.
To be fair, he was on my shortlist because when you signed him, I was like, oh, balls, you've got him.
Yeah.
He was on my shortlist already.
It's one of them like 1 in 100, you know, when you're scrolling through all like the information, you're like hovering over every single one, hoping for a diamond. And when he popped up, I thought, this is like the most done signing of all time. He's only 19 as well, so hopefully he develops. Got 5 years with him.
Right, well, let's start with your schedule then at the start of the season. None of us have played you yet. You have got some wins under your belt after a start of the season draw against Saint Etienne, picking up 4 wins after that and scoring some goals as well.
I know, and we beat Rennes, lads, eh? We beat Rennes!
You dirty rats!
We beat Rennes 2-1. That's the highlight result. But yeah, I mean, the results looking good. Like I say, obviously there's been games we've had 1-1, 3-0, 2-1, but we've had a few games where 5 have gone in, 7 going. And we know when you come in with a new tactic, it only gets better as the season goes on as well. So yeah, feeling quietly confident. And in the Champions League for a season. So a miracle could happen. You never know. You never
You're
know.
in Group G, we've got the old style format there, and you've got Barcelona and Juve in your group as well as AIK. So probably you and AIK go through, I reckon.
Yeah, easily. It's not even a group of death, this. Feels like a Europa League group.
Right, Aaron, let's have a look at the start of your schedule then, mate, because you have also had a cracking start.
You know, I can't believe how well I've started.
5 wins, and every game is like at least 3 goals.
6-0, 5-1, 3-1, 4-0, 3-0. And I'll tell you who's been a star here. That Razvan.
Yeah.
Razvan Marin, what a player. I've always liked him, you know. I've always said that he's a good player.
Yeah, boy, you said that, yeah.
Yeah, I did when I was picking the team. But I'm also in the Champions League, I think, am I? Yeah.
You got a lot easier group.
Chelsea's a tough one, but I think I should beat Schalke as well. I reckon I can squeeze through that.
Yeah, and it's quite fun, actually, when you click on the players, is like looking at all the different teams that they've built over the last few years, because like Chelsea here have got Sesko.
Yeah,
and
you'll see some random ones. I'm hoping for a decent cup run. As you know, last time I won cups in 4 of the 5 seasons, so I'm hoping for a cup. I like a cup. I don't think I'm good enough to win the league at this stage, but if I can finish the season with some kind of silverware, I'll be happy.
Yeah, if you remember rightly, in the last 4-way, what was very successful for me was not losing to you guys.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're just picking up those points.
Because you pick up so many points from not losing. So
over 5 years, if you can beat especially a couple of the other lads.
Yeah. Right, Dad, let's have a look at the start of your schedule then, because again, none of us have played each other, but you are the first person to play PSG.
PSG, yeah.
Losing only 1-0 away from home, though.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
I'll take that result. I mean, I got an Amrin in the Charity Shield version, is it?
Yeah, the Trophy de Champions.
Yeah, we don't worry about that one, do we? But yeah, the league game, 1-0. I'm pleased with that. And after that, I've scored a few goals as well, so...
Yeah, all firing all cylinders here. You're in the Champions
League
group
as well. We're all
scoring
goals.
Group D, you got Man United and Inter Milan in there. That's a tricky one.
I'll win that group quite easily, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm sure. You and Olympiacos going through.
You know to do.
Let's have a look at my schedule then. The final schedule. I have had the worst start of the season, but I have also played PSG. I lost 4-2 to them at home. I have also drawn away to Metz and drawn at home to Lille. Only pinching a 94th minute equaliser there as well. So not a good start, but I did beat the dirty rats of Rennes. You horrible little dirty rats. That's good. And Le Havre, a nice little 3-1 win there. So I'm in the Europa League group. That's given me a little bit of optimism going into this season. I do have a group with Napoli though, who have quite a good side looking at it, to be honest. Lorenzo Insigne still there, so that's a bit of a blast from the past there. And Barbosa's also in the side, so they've got a good team still there at Napoli. But let's go. Season number 1 of the 4-way alternate universe in France. Who picks up the points in year 1? Season 1 then, and PSG have won the league. But Robbo picking up that 2nd place, which of course, when we're doing the new points tally, you get 3 points just off the back of that. It's a 3-2-1 scenario with the bottom person, a la me, in 5th place, gets 0 this time round. So Aaron with Lyon, you get 2 points straight off the bat there. And Dad with Nice, you get 1.
You were miles behind
quite
there,
tight though.
Miles
behind. I was, to be honest, yeah. You 3 weren't too bad, only 9 points between you. Dad, you had a bad end.
My last 4 results are terrible. I just chucked it away completely.
What's really annoying me is Rennes have an EC next to them, meaning they've done something. And that has made me absolutely livid already. I've lost 10 games in total, my 60 points. 10 of those losses, and by the looks of it, every single one of you stuffed me, other than Aaron only beat me once. Oh no, Aaron did beat me twice.
I beat
In
you
fact,
twice. Give me them points.
It's Monaco that I only lost against
Oh, I
once.
was about to call you 3-point lane then as well.
Hopefully, if we're looking at Robbo's losses, get in.
Oh.
Me and Aaron.
Oh, I did the double over him.
This guy, in every single thing we do together, right, constantly gets one over. I don't get it.
Aaron, you lost 5 games, none against us.
That's all right.
That is the
Did
secret.
lose to the
Wow.
dirty rats, though.
Yeah, but they don't get points for that.
No, they don't.
I'll never give them any points. They never deserve anything.
PSG did me twice as well, so I'm a little bit of a way off them.
Dad lost 6 times, only losing
2.
twice to one of us.
Pleased with that.
Monaco and Leon. So it's a good start for you guys. Not very much for me, as
Yeah, you've
I
been
was the
tated.
whipping boy. Oh my god, I'm just looking at the player statistics. Razvan Marin, Aaron Hunt's favourite player, as
player,
we've all discussed. 31 goals at the start of the season. I'm pretty sure he's a centre attacking midfielder. He also got 16 assists.
Yeah, he's
What is
done
happening?
something there.
Hold on, can I just point something out quickly? Why is he transfer listed? Why is he transfer listed?
Aaron's cashed in early.
Do you know what it is? It's these silhouettes. Like, I don't know who's who very well, like, but I'm trying my best with what I've got. Imagine me trying to do like the graphic mods and everything like that. Imagine Dad trying to do it without you, Luke, and that's what
God,
that's
yeah,
what I'm like.
It's really bad, mate. I tell you, really bad.
Yeah.
But fair play, 47 goal contributions just in the league alone there.
That's
What
crazy.
highest average rating by 0.5. Player of the matches, he had double the amount of Neymar at PSG, which is absolutely
He is a
insane.
proper player.
That might be Ballon d'Or level.
That could be.
Honestly.
That could be Ballon d'Or.
That is crazy.
I mean, unless you've won, if you won something, then
Give
possibly.
him a chance, yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, I
absolutely.
need to win something here.
Well, we're on Bordeaux first. Let's have a look at competitions. Nothing. Ooh, and I did lose to Dad in the French Cup 11th round.
Yes, that's a couple more points.
So that's another couple of points there for Dad. Unfortunately, hopefully I've knocked somebody out before that, because as I'm picking up zilch. Dad, your competitions page, after knocking me out the cup, how far did you go? Oh, runners up in the French Cup. Well, won't check to see who it is yet, just in case. Let's have a look at Aaron's competitions. No.
Oh, nothing. for
Aaron,
me.
you dropped into the Europa League, and I'm forgetting that because it's the old format, we have that in us to be able to drop into
We
it.
do.
Get
we
in
do.
Spurs.
Beaten by Spurs
Knocked
in the
out by
round of
Spurs,
16,
yeah.
and Big Robbo has knocked you out in the French Cup. 8th
Finally beat him
You're
somewhere,
welcome, Robbo. That's a
anywhere.
good-
Thanks,
Is that 1 point for beating me and 1 point for knocking me out? Is that?
round. That's the one.
Oh,
yeah.
It's going to
no.
be Robbo's beat me in it, I reckon.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Robbo might have gone to the final. Let's have a look at his competitions page. Runners up in the Champions League in the
Honestly.
first season.
Honestly, I can't believe it. I'd be doing backflips off the wall behind me right now if that had win underneath it. Oh,
Unlucky,
my
mate.
God. I've been battered, though, in the final, to be fair. 4-1. They had
That
a
was
red
good.
card in the 17th minute, and I still got beat 4-1. I have been tated.
Well,
I
fair
mean,
play, mate, because you finished second in your group. You got Monaco was second, but 9 points, 18 from Barcelona, knocking out Juve, going straight into obviously the round of 16 where you knocked out Chelsea.
Yeah.
7-6 on aggregate.
That's a
Dad
great
was
game.
eliminated by
By
Benfica
Benfica,
at that
yeah.
point. Quarter-final stage, you knocked out Real Madrid.
Wow.
So it's not like you had an easy run
That's
into
a
the
big
final.
scalp,
Because in the
that.
semi-final, you knocked out Barcelona, who won every single group stage game that they had, including both against you.
We just couldn't. Final hurdle. We had such. I think the run to the final is probably harder than the final, and we've just.
Yeah. Turbo Timo Werner.
Oh, God.
Dad's favourite player is
Yeah.
Bayern Munich and seems to have been scoring a lot of goals there.
I
Unbelievable.
wish he was there now.
Yeah. In the French Cup, though, who beat Dad in the final? It was the Rats!
Oh my. We've got to deduct points. We've got to deduct
Yeah.
points for that. That's got to be a new
Minus
rule.
20.
Do you know, I'm just
Unbelievable.
glad because when we was talking about it at the beginning and Ren's come up, I just thought it should have been a laugh really if we'd said we'd lose points to Ren's, especially Luke as well.
Yeah,
That'd just an extra thing in there.
That-
I'm glad I
good job
didn't
you
say
didn't
that
do
though.
Yeah. Losing in the final to them, 3-4.
Oh,
That is bad. How can you let them win a title?
I hate Lorenz now.
Yeah.
I've turned now.
Well
You
done.
turned me.
They've
Welcome.
got that young lad who's at PSG in real life. You know that Due, that centre mid, they've got him, Reds.
Yeah, that's where he came through the youth academy.
They got Camavinga in midfield as well, player of the match.
Yeah, because he also came through Rennes. Their youth academy's been absolutely insane. It's just such a shame that they're such a scummy club.
I reckon you should do a rebuild with them. You need to rebuild them.
Oh, God, no. Absolutely not. Let's have a look at some player statistics then. Rob, we'll start off with you, mate. 29 goals from Kaba with 16 assists, but also Fabinho, 29. And Mario Richa, 29. What is happening at your club?
I just want to quickly highlight Mario Richa. Like we said at the start when we were doing the transfer as a player, 700 grand he cost me. Absolutely unbelievable. The development already, 18 composure at 20 years old. I genuinely that might be the best signing I've ever made on Football Manager for the price. Everything unbelievable, but the rest of the statistics look so good. I mean, when I actually look at them, they look like league winning, goals and assists and stuff. Maybe that's a sign for season 2. I might have to improve my defence a little bit because the goals look perfectly fine. I mean, that top four there's at least 110 goals.
I mean, you're looking at your Champions League run, and it was like 7-6, 5-6, and there was a lot of goals in there. Transfer budget, you've got £41 million to improve that team next season. Not too bad at all.
I'm going to be using the Aaron Hunt method this rebuild as well.
You're going to have
I think I'm going to be delving into a few of them. Yeah, I think I might be delving into that little, 41 million equals 400 mil.
accountants in our team, shall we?
I'm at Monaco, aren't I? The land of the tax haven, so we'll see what we can do.
Aaron, looking at your lineups, mate. Razvan Marin, what a season he's had.
What a player he is. 36 goals and 27 assists. I need to build this team around him. I'm quite happy with Balogun as well.
38 games.
I know.
He's transfer listed.
The first bit of business that he's doing is he's taking off that transfer list. That's the first bit of business that he's doing. What's that goal contribution? 63 is that in 63 in 38. That's an absolute joke.
It's crazy.
I'm happy with Balogun as well. He's popped 34 goals in. Even Diop there from centre back with 11 goals. I'm guessing they're off corners. At least I've got an aerial threat in there. Set piece course.
Barcola's done well as well, really. When you add his goal contributions together after only playing 36
Yeah,
starts.
and he's only 23, so I mean, look at Marion, he's 30. Will he be here all rebuild? I don't know, but Barcola certainly will if I can keep hold of him.
All right, well, your transfer budget going into season number 2, not looking great.
It's
the minute,
not.
But no,
Something's gone on here.
They've seen you coming, I reckon, mate.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And it says that I've only got 25% of revenue available as well, so it's not like I can even have a flash sale. My hands are tied, lads.
Dad, after almost winning the League Cup, the Coupe de France, 25 goals from Marco Nasti. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Ziyech 22, 20 for Leandrinho as well. You like more goals than that, though. I know you.
I definitely do, yeah. I mean, I'm like Robbo. I'm not looking at that and thinking that's a league-winning team. So
yeah,
I've definitely got to do something about my attack, my midfield, and my defence.
Yeah, fair enough. But you've got £5 million at the minute.
Maybe I won't be then.
To do.
He'll spend that on a goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 2 of them. Bordeaux. Let's have a look. Then I've got 33 goals from Sekou Mara. Not too bad at all. You, of course, come through the Bordeaux Youth Academy, so he's not bad at all. 30 goals from Onyedel, who I locked in. Not quite as good as Robbo's Rika, but still a promising player, to say the least, getting 30 goals. And Valentin Vada got 22 and 11 from midfield. What I will point out, though, is my best player was loaned out this season, and I finally get him back. Hottie, who was at Sevilla. Unless they pump in the optional future fee of £69 million, which is a naughty number, Sevilla. I know what you're doing there. £69 million, or I get a world-class player back in my team. So that's... I've got loads of players out on loan, by the way. So many. I don't know what the Bordeaux team was doing before I joined, but there we go. I've only got £5 million at the minute, so not a lot of money. But let's take a look then at the points after season number 1. Season number 1 points then are Megaluke with 1, Dad with 5, Aaron with 7, and Robbo with 7. All right, season number 2 then. Dad, we've got to catch these boys up because they're already starting to run away with it. I think we've had some budget adjustments here because I've sold a few players, £24 million. There's also a couple that's gone out at the end there. Also brought in quite a lot of money through loans. Onyedel, I loaned him out this season, £2.1 million in total. But giving him first team football at Toulouse and trying to see if I can bring somebody else in while I've got the new striker that's come in as well. So, kicking things off, we've got Fran Garcia, £3.5 million, good left back. Of course, when I bring in a new player, they get themselves injured, out for 3 to 5 months. So, the Omega Luke curse continues as always in every single rebuild. But then, this is, I think, is just a new gen. I don't think this guy's a real player, but Morgan Bobuchua, great name, great French name. He is fantastic. He's 19 from the Nantes Youth Academy. He is absolutely unbelievable. I brought him in £75 million. I did the Aaron Hunt, loads of installments. It's going to fuck us up in the future, but yeah, it works. And then finally, we got Jeremy Doku from Anderlecht, £28 million. Gives me another option up front. And of course, he has also picked up an injury and is out for another week. And he's been out for 3 weeks before that. So welcome, Jeremy. Hopefully you don't get any more injuries on top of that. So next season, well this season, sorry, we're doing a little things differently and from the 4-4-2, going to a 4-2-2. With a deep line forward. We got an inside forward with Doku up there. We've got our striker Hottie up there with Mara, of course, who was our top scorer, and Bo Boucher is in that shadow striker role. I'm liking the look of this now going into season number 2. I think our defense is not too bad. That's something that I can look at later on, but I think we needed to score more goals, and I think this helps us do that because our striker Hottie has got 8 in 6 so far. Right, Dad, let's have a look at your transfer window. You sold a lot of players. There's £52 million going out there, including the likes of Ziyech has left the club. Coselio's gone for £20 million. We've got another £20 million for Alan St. Maximin. And you brought in some quality talents to replace them.
Well, I needed to, really, didn't I?
Yeah, Rico Lewis is coming through the door.
Yeah, good young right back, so that's a good start there for me defence.
Yeah, Tony Lato as well.
Yep, and that's what started the other side, so yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, he's very good, very attacking.
Yeah.
I remember him being good on this database. Nonoka, who is from Cruzeiro, good centre midfield.
Yeah, good centre ball winning player there, so yeah.
He's cheap. And then we got Manu Kone from Benfica.
That's probably my top signing, I think, yeah, to sort of make this sort of going forward a little bit stronger as well, yeah. But he will cover like the spine of the team, as me and Aaron like to call it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the spine.
Yeah. Good physical attributes on him. Again, it's nice to see where all these players have ended up. He was at Benfica for the last few seasons, and João Palhinha was finally your last sign-in.
Good free signing, just to put another one in there just in case. So plays all 3 positions again. So I feel like I'm a little bit stronger in defence and in midfield now. So
yeah,
hopefully my forward line will do what they've done last season.
Well, you've gone for a 4-2-3-1 now. Well, 4-2-3-1-Y, which is different from what you started off with.
I played the midfield wingers really. So now I've just pushed them up further up now and hopefully be more attacking. Yeah, seeing that my defence and my defensive midfielders are better this time.
Got a small squad though.
I do prefer working with small squads, so don't I? I always think when you're simulating, the assistant manager has too many choices and he changes the team too much. Yeah. Where if you give them a small squad, don't change it very much then, do they?
I can't do that with my August injury cast.
No.
I can't afford to do that. Right, Aaron, let's have a look at your Leon side, mate. Talk us through your transfers.
Well, when we was looking at it last time, it only looked like I had £2 million, but I think my budget hadn't come through yet, because I did have a little bit to spend. And you know what I've done with this, lads, don't you? I have made this stretch. I think I had about 30 million, 35 million or whatever, but I've gone on the Never Never, and I've brought in a goalkeeper, because I feel like I scored a lot, with a lot of goals and assists last season, but the clean sheets were lacking. So I've chucked 100 million at a goalkeeper. I don't know if he's a real bloke. I don't know if he's a regen. But I've brought in Khaled Jabali, and he is going to be the best goalkeeper in the world. Look at the value on him already.
Oh my god! I mean, I think I've sold a keeper for 100 million, but I don't think I've ever bought one for 100.
Yeah. So if I'm spending more money on goalies than Dad, then you know I'm serious about keeping the other team out at the other end. I've got this lad in as well, 6.25 million. I've gone quite heavy with the midfielders in this central midfielders in this window to sort the spine out, like me and Dad said. What's he called? Spurt Sian. I'm literally just like you with the names, Dad. Like I really struggle with them. I can say this one. Harvey Elliott, he's coming on loan, and then I've picked up 2 free agents here. Herrera from Everton, again a centre mid, Venezuelan. Do you know what I like about these South Americans? They've got fight in them. And that's what I want. I want some dogs who's willing to fight in the midfield. And then I've got this geezer here, Juan P, another Venezuelan, brought 2 of them in together. So they'll get on together well. Centre mid, attacking mid, striker. He'll go anywhere. He'll be kit man if you ask him to. He'll do anything. This is what I like about a player. Versatility. Tactics, nothing's changing. There's only one lad being locked in. And I think you can guess who that is, Razvan. Because if
still on the transfer list.
Is he still on the transfer list? Do you know what?
He's been trying his best all summer, hasn't he?
Do you know what, right, mate? I think you keep him on the transfer list. He performs at his best.
That's
when
what
you
it
don't
is.
know what's happening next.
He's trying to say, Gaffer, don't sell me, whatever you do. But to be honest, I don't know why I've locked him in, because he's in my best 11 anyway. But it's just in case the assistant manager's got any ideas about changing the squad. I don't want that changing. I'm quite happy with it. My new goalie's come into the team, and that's the only one out of my new signings that's come in, to be honest. I don't think I was a million miles away last season. Only Robbo finished ahead of me, so I've got to chase him down now, and we'll see how we get on. This is what we're going with.
All right, mate. Robbo, speak to us, mate. You had the best season last season.
Yeah.
Very unlucky, nearly getting to a Champions League final. What's your lineup looking like now?
So, first transfer coming in. Of course, I had the biggest budget out of everyone as well, which I'm aware of. So I want to make advantage of it whilst I've got it. And the first signing that we brought in was actually a name that will be very familiar. Vinicius Jr. from Flamengo. Now, I don't know what he's doing in Flamengo at 26 years old. So I decided to bring him in. He looks quick, good on the ball, decent mentals. He's going to be a great player for me. He comes in up front. Hope he hits the ground running quick. We got a £50 million signing in the left back, Josh Timon. Now, I don't know if Timon was like a wonder kid left back from back in the day, because I've done a few retro databases now and he looks good on all of them, so he's just very good. He's more like a modern fullback, good on the ball, good mentals, good physicals. He's going to be my left back hopefully for the rest of the rebuild, and it looks like he's injured for 6 weeks, so that's always fun. And a free signing, we brought in Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, again another familiar face. He just looks absolutely unbelievable. He's like the perfect box-to-box midfielder. He's amazing all across the board, and he's 6'4", like Aaron said, a proper dog in midfield, a tall lad who's going to win headers, win the ball. Yeah, love a dog. And then we've brought in a cult hero of Football Manager, and I am so confident in this guy to get me the goals. It is Lorenzo Luca, everybody's favourite striker.
I'm jealous of that one.
19 jumping reach, 6'7", and 16 heading. No more needs to be said. And then the last signing, again, because, like I said in the first season, we've got a week in PSG, so I've signed their third choice goalkeeper in Christos Mandas. He's going to come in as a backup, the Greek. He actually looks pretty decent, to be fair. Yes, so,
he's all right, yeah.
Yeah, if your main keeper gets injured, I think I'll be sound. But that's the signings for this summer. Tactically, I'm not changing anything because I got to a Champions League final and was only 7 points off the league. I think I'd be stupid to change. I think I've upgraded a few positions, like DM. I think Milinkovic-Savic is going to make a huge addition in that DM role. We've locked in Ricker again just to make sure he's playing football. We've got Karkabra in, we've got Fabinho in, and Frimpong again in at right back. But now, I think my squad looks ready to win a league. Yeah. It looks world class.
It worries me. Pretty much any of your players could walk into my team, and that worries me when I'm competing against them. That worries me.
That's true.
Genuinely, I think I've got too much to pick from at the moment, but it's it's a blessing rather than a curse. So I'm feeling again quite confident.
All right, well, schedule then. Let's start off with you. You've had a bit of a weird start because you've got a draw against PSG away from home, which is actually a cracking result. You've also battered a few teams, but then lost to Amiens, which is the one result that I looked at out of them and thought you should be winning that about 6 or 7-0.
I have no idea what's happened there. Yeah, that's a shocker. But at my club, I'm going to focus on the positives. It looks like we are scoring goals, and like you say, boys, to get a 0-0 with PSG kind of shows that you're getting towards the same level as them. So maybe this is a turning point for our club, but I don't know. But yeah, like I said, feeling quietly confident. Vinicius Jr. scored a few goals as well to start off, so hopefully he can do well for me.
And you can get revenge on Bayern Munich because you are in their Champions League group. And again, you've got a difficult one with AC Milan and Bayern Munich in there alongside Basel.
No, this looks like a difficult one. Yeah, I mean, listen, we had an absolute miracle run last season. I bet the fans absolutely loved it. So if we can perform anywhere near the same level again, it would be great.
Well, they don't call you God's gift to Football Manager for nothing, mate.
I am God's gift at Football Manager.
Who calls him that?
Thank you for reminding me. Just myself, Aaron.
Aaron, let's have a look at your schedule, mate. Good start to the season, although you did lose 3-0 to Daz.
I did.
Let's get in.
I did beat Bordeaux.
You did, yeah. I feel
squeeze that one in. Yeah, four wins and a loss there. Unfortunately, one of the losses is against Dad there, but he was my bogey team in the last one. Do you remember? I couldn't do it against him.
Yeah, it was. Hopefully on your bogey side again this year.
Champions League B group. And again, you've got a fairly easy one there. Genk and Benfica, Dinamo Bucharest.
No, I'm already through.
How is that his group, by the way? And how do I get my group?
It's all done by the look of the draw, isn't it, Robbo?
It looks like a Conference League group.
Every now and then it just is a reminder of why the new Champions League system may be a little bit better than this version before, because that looks a very tough gig for Robbo in comparison.
Dynamo Bucharesti. You know what I mean?
Hey, they're a good side, them.
Yeah, is that where Marin came from?
Yeah, he might have done. He's Romanian. Yeah. Dad, let's look at your schedule. It's been a cracking start. Dad actually sits top of the league right now with that win against Lyon, of course, 3-0 being the highlight there. But you also beat Sochaux 8-0.
Wow. I've only conceded one goal.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a start.
Yes, I'm really pleased with that. But I haven't really played anybody yet.
No offense, Aaron. Europa League Group A, you've got Real Betis, Galatasaray. You enjoy going to hell, don't you? So you'll have to be facing them.
I feel confident about going through to the next stages from that.
And it's a good opportunity for a trophy, that one.
Definitely, yes.
Definitely. I mean, although you've got the Champions League third places coming in, you might have Robbo dropping into you in this one. Let's have a look then at the schedule for Bordeaux. Oh, God, it's not looking good, boys.
He's struggling.
Oh, look who beat him.
Is that relegation form?
Dirty Rats and Reds. At mid-table, actually, mate. I think you'll find. I'm starting 11th.
Oh, okay.
Lost the Dirty Rats and Reds 3-1. Nancy 4-3. And, of course, lost to Aaron 2-0 there. But I am in the Europa Conference League, and so there is hope of a European trophy.
Group.
Austria, Vienna, Hapoel, Tel Aviv.
Who's top bill?
It's harder than your group, Aaron.
It's actually harder than your group.
That's harder than Aaron's group.
Look at the stadium. That looks like where Daisy Hill play. That top bill.
The mighty Daisy Hill, of course. Cup winners this year, Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
So
Can't add that to me points for this, though, can I?
No, you can't. Unfortunately not. Okay, let's have a look then. Season number 2. See if me and Dan can catch things up, because these boys are starting to run away with it already after just one season. Right, season number 2. We have a title win for Monaco and BigRobbo.
You reminded me that I was God's gift, didn't you? And God's gift has now turned up. Here he is, 82 points, 76 goal difference. I'm actually just happy to beat PSG to a league. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just to beat
They are
them.
going to be the foil in this.
Yeah.
Well done. I'm actually more disappointed that Rennes were only 5 points away from being relegated. That is such a shame. But hey, here's hoping that they do get relegated.
Just a quick
going
one,
forward.
sorry. What about the team at the bottom with 4 points?
Oh my God.
Is minus 105 goal difference. Wow.
They didn't pick a point up off
Didn't
any of
even
us.
win a game. No, that's true.
That's the sort of team that had a draw with that at home.
Right, anyway, so third place was Bordeaux, so I actually got a few points to that, so that's not too bad. That's a positive from me. Nice picking up that 4th place, Dad. Leon down in 6th place. Even Amiens managed to get above you there.
Yeah, but you know what I like to do? I like to drop into the lesser competitions in Europe to win silverware, which is what I'll do next season.
You did that last time.
Yeah,
you did that last time.
Some good points.
All right, Robbo, you got 4 losses on your record there.
Yeah.
1 against Bordeaux, 1 against Aaron.
Go on, Leon.
Both at home. Disappointing that.
Bordeaux, I got 7 losses. Monaco, Lyon, and Nice, 1 against each of you. So I'm all right with that. I can live with that compared to what it was last year when I was just the whipping boy. Nice, Dad, you had 6 losses, both against Robbo.
No
and
match.
1 against me and Aaron. Yeah. So though you had less losses against us, that's
the problem, isn't it? Yeah, I'll give him silly points away.
Yeah. Which makes me think that Aaron didn't have that many losses, and he didn't, only 2, which isn't too bad, really.
Yeah,
considering
decent
where
Monaco.
finished.
I mean, I needed to catch up somewhere with the points because I'm getting nothing for my league finish, am I? So PSG did the double over me again, though.
Yeah, you did pick up a few points because we drew one of the games and you beat me in the other, so that's not too bad.
It's all right.
Against PSG, they lost against Dad twice, Bordeaux twice, which is me, and Monaco once. So we're doing our bit here.
You boys are doing a job on them
too much
to
allow Robbo to win the league.
Yeah, nice one, lads. Cheers, appreciate it.
Didn't I?
Profile of the league then. A lot less goals than what it was last season, but Balogun, it's another Lyon player who is picking up the golden boot.
Yeah,
so,
he's doing a good job. That was a good signing. That he's doing a good job.
Marin is still available though. He's still there. He's still on the transfer list. 17 assists that he picked up this season, which was the joint.
Listen, he's playing well while he's transfer listed.
I need you to point some out as well that he's upped his transfer price as well. So this is something going on behind the scenes now. This isn't no mistake.
Yeah, he's gone up to. You can purchase him now for £55 million if you wish. But Vinicius Jr., good first season in the league, 20 goals there. Morgan Beaubasher also got 18 goals. He also had the most player of the matches and the highest average rating, so that's a good sign for me and why we perform quite well. We got 3 goalies up there, Murray, Cardinal and Jabali, which means my goalie isn't there, but
the 100 million goalkeeper.
Yeah, actually, where's Aaron's keeper?
He's there. That's Jabali there. 8 clean sheets.
Clean sheets. Worth the money, Aaron, eh?
A little bit.
Looking at like the statistics, we dominated, by the way, the goals. We had the 4 highest goal scorers in the league, which is like, how did PSG were down in 9th for the most goals. How they finished in 2nd?
They had 15 clean sheets,
no
though.
idea. Yeah,
their goalie got 15
They only
clean sheets.
conceded 24. But to be fair, Monaco only conceded 27.
Something I want to point out as well.
Impressive.
19 games without losing on my running is crazy. 19. I've not even got the top attendance, though. What's the point?
No.
Right, competitions page for Bordeaux. didn't win a single... I'm really gutted about that Europa Conference League. Quarter-final exit to Newcastle there. That's disappointing that they're actually in it. Dad, knocking me out of the quarter-final of the French Cup as well.
Some nice points there for me.
Going on to yourself then with Nice. Competitions. Semi-final in both.
Wow.
Schalke and PSG. You're doing well not to be eliminated by one of us.
Yes, but
that helps?
I don't like losing in semi-finals. So
No.
It's worst game to lose, isn't it?
It means that PSG was in the final.
Yeah.
Though. Aaron, competitions page.
Have a look.
Round of 16 in the Champions League and eliminated by Dad, who is taking out names.
Yeah, he is. He's picking the points
In
up
this
there.
French
He's picking
Cup.
the points up.
Let's have a look though. Robbo, his final season.
You actually couldn't write it at this point. It actually is like a curse. It's like that Yaya Toure
PSG
curse.
as well. That's even worse when it's PSG, isn't it?
Extra
Oh,
Oh my lord.
Dele Alli scored.
Oh my god, here we go. That's it now for the full rebuild.
It's rough, that. That's a rough one, that. I even feel a bit bad for you.
In the French Cup though, knocked out by Bordeaux. I'll take that.
I mean, I'm shocking in that cup. I got knocked out the 11th round last season as well.
Right, goals-wise then, for statistics, Robbo, you've got 32 goals from Vinicius Jr. as your top scorer with 18 assists. Not too bad at all.
Good signing.
But
Very
Rika's
good.
up there as well with 30.
Yeah, he's still there, the boy. I mean, I'm again, the goals are amazing. I mean, we've won a league title this season, so I can't really even just moan at the defence. I just think, again, like Champions League final, pivotal moments, we're just not quite getting over the line. But I think if you look at my squad now, I'm sorting it by ability. We've got at least 5 or 6 world-class players in the starting 11 now. So I think now this is the point of the rebuild where I'm looking at like 1 or 2 signings, get just 1 or 2 in, get some key players in, and I think we'll be ready for that Champions League.
I'm looking at that and looking at Fabinho come third again on your scoring chart.
Yeah.
He's popping
That's
up
2
some
seasons
goals,
in a row. He's done so well.
The
from
only
that
thing I can
position as
think
well.
of is the penalties, maybe. If he's scoring 13 penalties a season, even that's unbelievable. So, yeah, he's been a great player for me. He doesn't seem to age either. Obviously, that natural fitness being so high. His attributes haven't really moved since the first season. So, like I said, when I started with my squad, I think I got very lucky with some of the players that were already in my squad. You know, like world-class players sat there waiting for me. So, yeah, very happy with him again.
In your transfer budget, £50 million with a very favourable wage budget as well.
Again, I think my finances compared to you boys are unbelievable. I'm not going to shy away from it. Yeah, we'll be looking for a few key signings. Hopefully takes over the line in that Champions League.
Okay, Aaron, let's have a look at your squad, mate. Got 14 goals from Barcola, which isn't too bad, but Marin sort of steals the show again with 19 and 27.
Yeah, Razvan. I mean, when you've got
29.
a lad popping out 46 goal contributions in 43 games, I can't complain, can I? Andy's transfer listed. But you know, this tactic of transfer listing him so that he plays better to earn his place, I think it's working. Another 29 from Balogun as well. That was my first ever signing for the club, so he's still holding his own a little bit. Diop's got another
stick
9.
on the transfer list, mate. He'll be banging
list
another
him.
15. £55 million as well to spend.
Yeah, you know what I'll do with that. You know what I'll do with that.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of fun with that.
All right, Dad, let's have a look at your goals. Your squad is looking smaller and smaller.
Oh, no.
25 goals from Leandrinho, who I don't think we've highlighted much, but he's coming off the left-hand side there.
Yeah, he's
your
doing well
top
there.
Scorer.
Yeah.
Szymanski,
Which is a bit worrying, really.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's not something that you look for.
No.
Nasty being your main striker.
Yeah.
Not really cutting it up front.
No.
Only getting 16 goals.
Yeah, I think I could probably do with a striker, a really good striker, but probably a couple of squad players to just make my squad a little bit bigger as well.
Yeah.
Just in case I do get a few injuries. So, but,
Well, you got 52 million.
Whoa!
There's
They're
enough
supporting
in
me
there.
now. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Nothing there to do something with it. And then finally, Bordeaux. Come on, what have we got? 34 goals from Sekou Mara. We got 28 and 15 from Jeremy Doku, the new signing, which was good. 26 and 11 from Bobasher, who was obviously a new signing. Bit disappointed with Hottie, who come back from loan, only got 22 and 12. That's not amazing. But who also was out on loan, George Onyedeli, got 22 goals for a very bad Toulouse side, and he has got better as well. So that's something to look into. Maybe giving him some more game time next season. Transfer budget, I've got 37, so it's still the lowest, but that will do compared to what it was starting at last season. All right, let's have a look at the points. Season 2 points then are Mega Luke with 6, Dad with 7, Aaron with 3, and Robbo with 13, meaning the total points are Omega Luke with 7, Dad with 12, Aaron with 10, and Robbo with 20. Right, season number 3 then. Let's start off with my transfers. We've got a few that's come in. I haven't really gone overboard on one, mainly just spread it out across many, to be honest. We've got Mateus Fernandez coming in from Santos. Looks like quite a good centre defensive midfielder. Arno Martinez, he was a right back, picking him up. Not very good defensively, but I was looking more at the physical attributes and just going forward with Arno. So Julio Enciso, of course, which is the Brighton player. He was at AC Milan. I spent a bit of money on him, but he's more of a backup for Jeremy Doku at this point because, of course, being on that left-hand side, we need some other options. And Jeremy can also play up front as well. So Eric Bailly then comes in. What a legend. I loved Eric Bailly when he was at Man United. It's a shame it didn't really work out as well, but here he is at the end of his career. He's the one with the injury curse this time round. He's picked up ankle ligament injury there. And then Daniel from Real Betis, £22 million, centre defensive midfielder. Well, centre back, sorry. I'm trying to loan him out in the development list because I think he has better potential, but I don't know whether he'll get a lot of game time. 6'5", not too bad at all. I didn't want to lock him in though. I have locked in Arno Martinez because I think going forward he would be better in the long run instead of Bellanova, who I don't really rate that well on here. I think physically is kind of his only real strength. But we're looking very similar to what the team that we had last season, but we've got Onyedel back, and he is going to go up front. I'm also training to beat the offside trap, so Seiko Mara drops down to the bench because he didn't really score that many goals for me last season. So Sarr and Rodri in the midfield is still there. Let's have a look, Dad, at your transfers. We've got a few actually that's come through.
Yeah.
Because you had a nice little budget and you sold a couple of players as well. After the ones that you had last season, we got Nandinho, £26 million, centre back.
Yeah.
Left footed as well.
They're always the odd one to get as well. And he looks good as well. Yeah. Only 24, so yeah, really good.
Brazilian, very good player. Marcus Leonardo. Robbo loves Marcus Leonardo.
Honestly, when I seen him on his transfers, I wanted to spit all over my screen. I'm telling you, I hate that guy. I actually seen him while I was looking for strikers, and I thought, you know what? Even in this world, I can't do it. I hate that guy.
He looks very good, though.
I can say he looks good, mate.
He looks decent.
Both footed as well. Yeah, he knows where the net is.
Well, he don't. He hasn't scored a goal this season. But there we go. Then we got Emre Can from Liverpool, free transfer. Picked up a couple of free transfers, actually.
Yeah, well, you got it when you got a smaller budget, really, haven't you? So, I mean, he's a good player. Now, I needed to make my squad a little bit bigger as well, didn't I? So.
Yeah. Then, this is mind games with Zidane being at PSG, because you picked up Theo Zidane.
Yeah.
His son, of course, and he's got the injury. But, as you can see, Theo Zidane has joined Dad as a centre defence midfielder instead of going to PSG. Mind games. I love it, Dad. Well done. Right, let's have a look at Aaron's teammate. Talk us through it.
Right, well, most of my money has been spent on one player here. And I thought, you know what? We need a bit of a restructure with this team. I feel like Balogun needs a bit of help up there. He's on his own. He's grafting. But we brought in this lad, Mohamed Siddiqui, Moroccan lad, 75 million quid. He doesn't seem like he's going to be the best finisher. He's only got 12. But he can drop in a little bit, play the deep lying forward, link up the play. You know how it is. Him and Marin there doing that job. I feel like that could be what we need. And then I found this lad here knocking about in Argentina, Alan Varela. I'm looking at these lads. I don't know if they're real players or not. They've not got faces. It's just silhouettes. Any of you heard of this guy?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Good player.
Right, he's a real bloke. So we brought him in as a central midfielder. Give a bit of depth, if anything.
He's at Porto in real life, I think.
Is this guy real, Siddiqui, or is he not real?
No, I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. No.
And then we've brought in Rekic. These are free transfers now. A free centre-half. Add a bit of depth there. And I found out that Robbo didn't offer this lad a new contract. I don't know if it was your assistant or what, Robbo, but Kovacic, he was knocking around on a free.
Yeah, might have slipped through my fingers, that one.
Did he slip through the net?
Yeah,
but I offered him a contract. I said, if they're not going to appreciate you there at Monaco, mate, you can come in and play for us.
If he didn't want to be here, he's a Judas. He can go over to your dark side. He's a Judas, mate.
If we look at the tactics, I've changed it a little bit. I've brought in, I like messing around with the roles. I don't really know what they all do, but I brought an anchor in, a Mazzala there, and then we're locking in Marin, Barcola, Siddiqui and Balogun. Those are going to be my front four. That's where the goals are going to come from. These four, there's going to be green lines all over the place. Then obviously, my £100 million goal is being locked in there as well, just in case. I'm not letting him not play when I've spent that much cash on him. Let's see how we get on with that.
He will play with broken legs.
That's it, he'll have to.
Robbo, what have we got there, mate?
Yeah, so like I said last season, lads, I was just looking at identifying a couple of positions and trying to get in a few key signings, and this is the most expensive transfer of my transfers in this rebuild. I brought in Furkan Gyoimen from Milan, centre-back, just looks like an absolute beast. 6'6", quick, decent mentals, good technical stats as well. I'm hoping he's going to be the one that takes me to that Champions League spot. that real leader at the back. I mean, him and De Ligt now, that's two physical monsters at centre-back. Teams should not be getting through them two. So he comes in for 115 million. I hope he works out. We also brought in a backup defender, Vuskovic. I think he's the one that's at Tottenham in real life. Yeah, but again, physically, again, 6'5", 18 jumping reach. Looks quite good for a 20-year-old. I'm not sure how much game time he's going to get because of the defenders I've got already, but he'll be a good backup in case of any injuries. And only one more signing came in Naipan. Now, obviously, Naipan on the current game is one of the best wonder kids on the game, and he comes in at 20-year-old for 40 million. Again, just looks good all across the board, bow-footed. I think I'm going to try and trade him to play DM as well, if possible, because I think he looks absolutely amazing. Like I said, bow-footed, 42 million, lots of potential, so he will be good. And on the outs as well, we just had some players who weren't getting much game time. We got Moussa Dembele, Keita Balde now is like 33, Andre Horta was like 33, so we just got rid of them. But now, tactically now, this is an interesting one, a very interesting one, because some people might say, I've copied a Mega Luke's 4-3-3 with 3 strikers, or you could say that God's Gift has made a 3 striker tactic that actually works. I'll go with the second one. We've gone with the 3 strikers. We've put the 2 DLFs up front. We've put an advanced forward in between them. We've got the box-to-box, the AP, the half-back, which is a role I've been really enjoying. I've been using this tactic on streams, and it's been absolutely amazing. The deep line forwards drop in like 2 attacking midfielders. I really, really do think with this tactic now and the players that I have, the strike force, I am going to be dangerous.
And if they wanted to watch those streams to see which 3 striker formation was better, where could they find it?
It's on twitch.tv/BigRobbo14, God's Gift at Football Manager, the most successful trophy winner of all time on this game.
It's a long URL.
I've forgotten that one already.
Let's have a look at the results. You've picked up some wins, mate.
Yep. And the
You
biggest
absolutely
one,
battered 2 of us.
7-1.
Yep, 7-1 against Nice. Not a chance, and a 5-0 as well. I told you, this tactic, I'm telling you, it does special things. I don't know how, I don't know why. And the best result, 2-0 over PSG.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a force to be reckoned with this season.
Okay, well, Champions League group. You've been given an easier one this time round. They felt hard on you, considering you got to 2 finals after having 2 very difficult groups. I mean, given the easy group.
They look at me like Man City now. You know, Man City in real life constantly getting easy groups, easy draws because they get to the later rounds. They've looked at me like that now, so they've actually gave me an easy group for once. So yeah, I'm confident of getting through. Probably another Champions League final this season.
Right, Aaron, let's have a look at your schedule, mate.
I've had 1 loss there against Bordeaux, unfortunately. But I've absolutely battered Grasshoppers. I've been put in this Europa Conference qualifying for some reason. I've battered Grasshoppers though. It's not Bugs Life. They don't stand a chance around here. And Rennes have been battered as well, 6-1.
You've actually picked up a lot of big wins. 6-0 against Saint Etienne too.
Well, scoring goals, I've put an extra striker up there to help him out. And I think it's working so far. If you look at me Conference League group, I mean, I don't know who FCSB are, Sheriff and Vojvodina. I don't know who Vojvodina... I've never heard of these teams. I have to win that. I know you tried the tactic, didn't you, dropping into the Conference League, and it didn't work out for you, but...
No.
I have to win it.
Up against Newcastle, though. That's the trouble.
I have to win this.
Money. I mean, FCSB is the old Steaua Bucharest, so they actually are European champions back in the day. Sheriff is the team that is from Transnistria, but also play in the Moldovan League, I believe. And then, of course, Vojvodina is kind of like a third or fourth best team in Serbia, so they can be sometimes quite good, sometimes.
How do you even know all that?
Listen, this
just years of Football Manager, mate.
We'll batter them.
Right, Dad, let's have a look at your schedule there. We've got a couple of games, of course, against each other.
Mine doesn't look bad apart from that 7-1.
Yeah, because you battered me 4-1, so my start of the season's going to look horrific other than the win against Aaron.
I mean, I got a good draw against PSG as well, away from them, so I'm looking all right for a good start.
Nantes, of course, is a team quite close to your heart. You played at their stadium, didn't you?
I did, so
back when Dad was a baller, back in the 1840s. 4-1 against Nancy as well. So, and you got Europa League football this year. Rangers in your group, Rijeka from Croatia, and of course Levski Sofia, the Bulgarian
should comfortably go through there on that one.
Yeah, I agree. Well, here it is, the schedule we all wanted to see. Look at that. That is a disgusting schedule. 4-1 loss to Nice, 5-0 to 5. But a nice little 1-0 to Lyon. Looking at that now, Aaron, it's like, how did you not beat me?
I don't know. It must have been an off day. It must have been an off day.
Did get a win against Toulouse and Troyes, though, so I'm in the Champions League. Of course, I finished quite high up last season. Sevilla, Sporting, and Sparta. Sparta Rotterdam got into the Champions League. That's quite impressive from the Dutch team. That's all right. Well, season number 3 then. It's underway. Let's see what happens. All right, season number 3. Finally. It's a trophy for Bordeaux, and after the start that I had, I cannot believe I've managed to pull this off by 6 points as well, ahead of Robbo's Monaco, who gets the 2 points. With Aaron in 4th place, gets 1 point. Dad all the way down in 6th.
I finished awful again. That's what caused my bad seasons.
Yeah.
I finish.
Even the relegation scrapping Wrens finished above you, Dad. That's quite embarrassing there. Got 4 losses, though. We've seen a few of them already, but I lost both games against Robbo in the end. So, but you also lost 4. You lost against Dad 4-0 at one point.
I mean, that is a howler. That's an absolute howler.
All right.
Leon, 10 losses in total.
Yeah, it's not
both
good.
against Bordeaux, both against Monaco, and only 1 against Dad's Nice. And Dad with 10 losses yourself, doing very well to avoid everybody else.
Yeah, did you? That 7-1 was the worst one, but I'm happy with the rest.
Picked up points. I haven't won any of them though.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Bad start.
I'm gonna get
start there for you. I mean, you're doing all right in terms of like the actual performance of the league. Like staying in the European spots is not too bad.
Yeah, but it's like you with when we did the Premier League one with Arsenal. You just weren't losing the games to us, and that's what
just
we added up.
Look at player statistics. Marco Nasty with the top scorer after you were talking about him for ages.
Look at my goal difference is 18, and I've got the leading goal scorer of the league.
Yeah, with 22. He's really saved you here. Valentin Vada, which is my defensive midfielder, getting 20 goals, as well as Bo Bashir, who got 19. He also had the highest average rating. Milinkovic-Savic had 7 man of the matches. Assist-wise, Marseille players have been dominating the assists there. So stats across the team, we were the top 4 again, but Bordeaux are 116. I had a great time this season.
Yeah.
Viewers consider it was still PSG, but we got 3 clubs in behind there. Right, we're on Bordeaux. Let's have a look at the competitions. Semi-final in the Champions League. Knocked out by Monaco in the quarter-final of the
See you later, mate. See you later.
United as well. It was United who did you in the Champions League as well.
Yeah. So although I picked up the 6 points for winning the league, and of course the 3 for finishing the highest, I'm dropping points left, right, and centre here. All right, Dad, with Nice competitions. Winner of the Europa League.
Yes.
Go on, Dad.
I needed that.
Is.
Yeah. And being knocked out by Marseille in the French Cup.
Yeah.
Which you're like, damn, got knocked out. But
Happy
then
with that.
against one of us. So it's an advantage, if anything. Right, Aaron, you were also in a European competition. And you were also lifting the trophy.
Look at that, Dad. European
French
Cup
football.
winners. We'll take it, won't we? Terrible
Well
season
done.
in the league, but this is what I do. You know what I do? I drop into that to win it, to give me a confidence booster. So we'll go on next season now.
It kills me how it actually works for him. It actually does
Push
work.
on next season.
It's such a good method.
It's points, innit?
You should do Foot Manager tip videos. Transfer this your players, they play way better. Drop into the crapper competitions, you win some.
I won on penalties as well in that final.
Quarter-final by Dijon.
Don't mind
The
that.
mustard.
I thought that was a mustard. Is that where it comes from,
Yeah,
then?
I
It must
think
do.
so, mate. Yeah. It mustard do.
Whee.
Whee.
Like I'm recording with Luke Pingu.
Big Robbo competitions have not won that European Cup, but you did pick up the French Cup this season.
I'll take that. Something that we've not won so far. We've done the league now. We've done the French Cup. We're just chasing that Champions League. But I'm very happy with that French Cup. Very happy.
PSG.
Beating PSG as well. 3-0.
Yeah. I told you. We got to knock them off the porch, lads. Listen, I'm actually happy with all of us putting a bit in against PSG, you know. Not letting them win the league. Not letting them win the cups.
We've all come away with a trophy this season.
Yeah,
it's nice,
Very
that.
good.
All right, then, let's have a look at the squad, then. We'll leave that on friendlier terms. 32 goals for Kakaba with 7 assists. That's your centre attacking midfielder, so that's impressive. But Milinkovic-Savic from DM getting 27.
We all know Milinkovic-Savic on this game, though. He is a goal scorer. He's got them traits that gets forward whenever possible, gets into the opposition area. Them traits, they're unbelievable. Luca as well. Finally chipping in with some
he's
goals.
chipped in.
Off the bench, getting a few headers late on. That's how I imagine them happening. Rick is still doing well. Vinicius with 48 goal contributions. Fabinho still up there. I think I've just got a real good bank of players who can hit the back of the net. I think there's just goals coming from all over, which is good. But you did beat the league title.
29 assists as well.
Yeah, very, very good. That attacking wing back. In this formation, in this shape, the wing backs are so important to keep that width. And I think he's one of the best in the world at it. So, yeah, very happy with that.
Okay. Transfer budget, £45 million to spend next season.
Yeah, again, just looking for a few key players, I think, again. Obviously, you beat me to the league this season, so there's something I can do better, so we'll be having a look.
Aaron, let's have a look at your squad, mate. 36 from Barcola.
Barcola's coming into his own now,
assists.
isn't he? 26 assists as well.
Is he on the transfer list? No, he's unhappy though.
Yeah, I think he's unhappy because he's not on the transfer list, so we might have put him on there and see what happens. Is Razvan still on the transfer list?
No, he's come off it now.
He's come off it. Maybe that's why he's
That's
not
why
scored
he's
as many.
underperforming.
Yeah, he's only scored 27. He's only scored 27 now. But my new lad as well, he's come in and scored 26. That's Siddiqui. I'm quite happy with him. 26 and 28.
I always like you've got the same as Lorenzo Luco and Bertrand Traore when they score more goals than starts. I think that's so impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a certain kind of player to realise you're not going to be starting when the manager gives you that tap on the shoulder to get up, go and do a job, and come off the bench.
That Kovacic did all right as well, didn't he? Where's he from?
Yeah, Kovacic did all right. If only his club would have kept hold of him. 9 goals and 8 assists.
Trans budget, mate. You've got a whopping budget. £67 million. They're backing you after European trophies.
Well, they have to, really, don't they? They've seen like what I can do now, what I'm capable of. Hopefully, I can carry it over into the league and potentially a little cup.
Yeah, let's have a look at Dad and his statistics this season. Nasty with 38. After you slagged him off last year.
Yeah, I don't look too bad now when you see 38 there. So I must have done quite well in the cups because in the league I didn't score very many goals.
Yeah. Leonardo as well, 26.
Yeah.
That's a good amount in there.
One season wonder.
Yeah. The problem is that I've only got 2 players who are sort of doing it really, and it's sort of spread out across quite a few players then, isn't it? So.
Yeah. You got £46 million though.
Yeah.
Not a bad budget at all. And then finally, my Bordeaux champions of France side. 36 goals from Vada, who is my defensive midfielder. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, to be fair, he has took 23 penalties this season and scored 20 of them.
23 penalties given?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
We know what's going on here, lads, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
In control of the save file.
The referees there, I think.
Hello, refs. Right. Okay. 14 assists as well. Not too bad. Onyedel, 32 goals. I'm happy with that for the 21-year-old. He has got better and better as well. Not quite Reacher's level that Robbo's got there, but still very good. And my 5-star, Bobasher with 29 and 19. He is looking cracking. Worth the money now, looking back on it. Got a lot of my fullbacks as well, 16 assists in each. So, yeah, fullbacks are playing a big part in this. And transfer budget, £62 million with a nice, healthy wage.
We've all got a bit of cash, though. We've all got a nice bit of cash.
Yeah, getting back to you, boys. I like it. Right, let's have a look at the points tally after season number 3.
Oh, no.
Season 3 points are Omega Luke with 12, Dad with 8, Aaron with 6, and Robbo with 12. Meaning the total points are Omega Luke with 19, Dad with 20, Aaron with 16, and Robbo with 32. Alright, after winning the title, I've gone big in this transfer window. I've sold quite a few players who are on the cusp of my team. The likes of Karim Konate's gone out for £22 million, never really played him. But also £42 million for Sarr, which was one of my first signings, going to Real Madrid. And Bellanova for another 20. So some big money going out, £66 million on that page alone. Another £22 million there has allowed me to go big. £65 million for Lebese, who is a right back who can also play centre back from South Africa that I picked up from Napoli. He looks rapid. He's only 5'9", so probably would stick at right back instead of going centre back. I imagine he will get beat in the air quite a lot, but he looks absolutely quality. Andre at Fluminense, of course, we know him playing for Wolves in the Premier League. He's still at Fluminense here, where he come through the youth academy. 27 years of age. A lot of them, like Vinicius Jr., just stayed in Brazil, which is kind of unique, but he looks absolutely mint. So £34 million for Kepa Arrizabalaga. But then he was back. I remember him being really good in this database. He was still at Athletic Bilbao, and he looks like a quality goalkeeper as well. Victor Appiah from Hull City, £15 million. Quite attacking centre midfielder, very good on the ball, 18 for passing and vision. And then finally, because I've sold, of course, Karim Konate, Tammy Abraham joins, £22 million. He was at Juve in this, so we've brought him across, 6'4", quite strong, likes to beat the offside trap, good off the ball, aggression's there, finishing as well. A nice little signing. So, tactically, we're sticking with our title winning side, as it was, not locking anyone in, because the best 11 pick, kind of happy with it. So our main player, though, obviously Bobasher, out for 3 months. So that's great. Really happy with that. Only played 2 games this season at the start. So, Dad, let's have a look at your transfer. You finally got yourself a goalkeeper, and it's Arsenal's.
I was having a bit of withdrawals watching YouTube by all this money on keepers, so I went and got one in.
Good one as well.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
that's 36, though. You've only got 2 seasons.
That's still in the prime, yeah. I've only got 2 seasons left. That's good for a keeper, I reckon. I mean, his one-on-ones is brilliant, so.
Yeah. A second, though, coming in from Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Free transfer.
Yeah, so I think I was losing both the keepers I was getting, so I'm going to get sort of 2 decent ones in just in case of any injury. So
Gorka Dominguez doesn't play in goal. He's a centre defensive midfielder, but a very good one.
Strengthen the midfield up again. And I think the last one was a striker, is it?
Yeah, it is. Ryosuke Suzuki.
Yeah, I wasn't scoring very many goals, so hopefully this guy will sort of help me out there then. So strengthen the defence up, keepers up. Now I've got a better striker in, so
yeah,
hopefully.
He looks good. He curls the ball and attempts overhead kicks. So I want to see that goal being scored. He looks quality. Tactically then, setting up. Oh,
well, I'm so far behind now, so I'm just going for it. Stick me free up front. That's the way I play free up front with the two advanced forwards in front of the DFL, and then so my defence is a little bit better than what it was. Strong midfield. Let's go.
All right, let's go for it. Right, Aaron, talk us through, mate. What's happening? You've got a massive signing this summer.
Literally a massive signing. Well, let's start off with this one first. I've found Mohamed Kudus playing for Fulham. It is the same bloke who's at West Ham, that, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I like what he's doing at West Ham, so I thought, do you know what? I'll give him a chance on here and bring him in. They took a lot of cash off me for it. I think they've seen me coming, really, with 45 million quid. But this is my main signing. A 35-year-old Lukaku up front, an absolute dog. I think he's still got it, you know, the jumping reach. He's 6'3", 19 finishing. He's got 13 pace, so he's not the quickest anymore. But I think as a poacher, I love playing a poacher on Football Manager. Classic number 9, in between the posts. He doesn't really need to move. If he's there and he can finish, he'll score goals. So that's what I'm going to be going for. Brought this fella in as well, Danilo. Pretty much everyone I'm signing seems to be a centre mid, I've noticed. But like, I love my spine and my team being strong, so that's what we've gone for there. And then I've also found another one of your lads, Robbo. You weren't offering him a contract, Lamar.
He's got a scout like outside my training ground or something.
I'm waiting for him all when they get in the cars after training.
Honestly, he's poaching my old club.
But yeah, did you not want him? Did you not rate him?
I think it's just another one. I think my fingers were a bit greasy on this video.
Slipped through the net,
I think he's.
Well, I picked him up anyway. I'll give him a home if he's not happy where he is. And this is one of my favourite.
Do you know what
ones.
I think it is? Sorry to interrupt you.
Go on.
Robbo's squad at Monaco is massive.
Oh yeah, he's got so many players.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on here. You know, it's a lot to keep your eye on.
If you don't want him, I'll have him. I'm quite happy to take him. And then this lad's one of the best ones that I've found here. Ramadan Shobe from Stoke. I found him playing, and I got him for free as well. Didn't pay nothing for him. He does want 200 grand a week, which is bending me over a little bit there, but I don't mind it. He can have it. He's a good player. Tactically, we're going to bring an extra one into the midfield here. I feel like I'm going too balls to the wall when it comes to trying to score me goals, and I just need to be a bit harder to beat. You sort of beating me every time we play. I need to make myself harder to beat, which is why I've dropped back a little bit. I'm locking in Lukaku. I don't care. He's being locked in. He's going to score goals. If the one thing I can trust, it's my instinct when it comes to a goal scorer. And he's going to be scoring me a lot of goals this season. I'm guaranteeing 25 league goals from him.
Well, he's got 4 in 4 so far.
Yeah, there you go. He scores goals.
Not too bad. Right, Robbo, finally, let's finish off your transfers.
Yeah, so just before this transfer window, lads, I had no idea that League One had a non-EU rule, so I might be double over the allowed maximum of non-EU players, so that's just something to keep in mind when you see all of my players pretty much being non-EU players, so that was a shocker. But the first one that came in was Matthias Tevez. Now, I was looking for like a deep line forward type striker, which I think he's very good at with the passing, the vision. Decent flair, good finishing and dribbling. I think he's going to be a very good DLF for me, both-footed as well, so he can play on either side. We've also brought in Wallace on a free signing. I think a Brazilian called Wallace is always going to have a place in my team.
Gromit not there as well.
Gromit didn't come with him, no, he left his cheese. But yeah, Wallace comes in at centre-back. He's 33 years old, but he's just cover. On a 1-year deal just in case we get any injuries. But the next signing that comes in, I think, is a very exciting one in Endrick. Now, Endrick comes in and looks absolutely unbelievable, but like I said, the non-EU rule has absolutely bent me over. So he's gone on loan to Atletico Madrid. It might actually do him some favours because he's probably going to be guaranteed first-team football there. So we're going to have to keep an eye on his development come season 5. But yeah, looks a very good player. 50 million though. Hopefully he turns out to be good. And finally, we brought in another striker in Giancarlo Esposito. I have butchers that name. Why have I said Giancarlo? It's Gianluca Esposito. If anybody knows anything about Football Manager, the Esposito name are always guaranteed to be good players. So
yes.
When I saw this guy,
calls him Espetito.
Yeah, Esposito comes in anyway, 21 million. So, like I said, they're always guaranteed to score goals. Tactically, I'm sticking with the same tactic. I've actually dropped Carcaba this time back into that AP role, though, because I think Matthias Tevez can go into one of them DLF roles if I quick pick the team. Interestingly enough, Tevez doesn't go into the striker role. So hopefully he goes in when we swap that round. Tielemans won't be in DLF. Hopefully that's Tevez that plays there. But yeah, I'm liking my team. Again, feeling quite confident. Got a lot of attacking talent. see if we can win the league this year.
Right, well, schedule started off quite well. We have played each other twice already.
Yeah.
One in the Trophy de Champions. You beat me in that one, but we drew in the league. So you still get a point for the Trophy de Champions, even though it's a Super Cup, which we don't count in terms of points. It's a match against each other. So you do get a point for that one.
I'm very happy with drawing with you away, obviously with you being the league winner last season, like kind of being like a bit like the PSG of this year, the team you want to beat, not drop points to. So
brace as well.
I'm very, very happy with this start.
3-0 against Rennes. I'm happy with that one as well.
Yeah,
Champions League group, you've got Real Madrid and Liverpool.
Back to normal for me, it seems.
That must mean the cup finals on its way.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, innit? Unbelievable. That group is horror. I mean, listen, to be fair, I'm saying it like my squad's not good. My squad's very good at this point, but when you've got these big teams in Europe, you always worry, don't you? Especially the away games. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully another Champions League final, but
I'm just having a look at Real Madrid's team as well. Managed by Pep Guardiola. They have Erling Haaland and Leon Goretzka, who, if I remember correctly, was absolutely mint on this game.
Asensio as well.
Phenomenal. So they got Calvin Stengs, they got Camavinga, Ruben Neves, they got a class team.
They're doing all right.
Well, 6 points I'm not getting.
Aaron, let's have a look at your schedule, mate.
Let's have a look at it, and there's one standout game there. I don't know if you can see which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Bradley got a hat-trick against
Absolutely
PSG.
battered PSG 4-0. Lukaku got a goal as well. He's scoring goals. He's scoring goals, Lukaku, there early doors, isn't he? He
he's
really
got
is.
a few there for you.
Little poacher.
4-4, not too bad at all.
2-0, 4-0,
Of course, winning
3-0.
the Europa Conference League, you normally would go into the Europa League, but because you finish straight in the Champions League,
Yeah, I'm not happy
Benfica,
about that.
Bayern Munich.
I would have
Well, you can
preferred
always
the
finish
Europa
third.
League. I could
Finish
finish
third,
third.
drop in Europa. Yeah.
Shall I? I think I will then. I'll do that. I think I'll do that.
Good start to the season. You're actually top of the league as it stands. Dad, you're in 7th, and that's because you've got 2 losses on your record already.
Not a very good start at all, is it?
Did beat the Champions League winners Manchester United in the Europa Super Cup. Though.
Yeah.
Then also beat Strasbourg 3-0 and Lens 3-1. Champions League, which means none of us have played each other
No.
at the start of the season. Whereas last season, it seemed like we all did. Champions League group for you, Barcelona, Dinamo Kiev and Copenhagen. That's
All right, I'll
quite an
take
easy
that.
one. Yeah.
Barcelona finished behind me.
Yeah. As champions, I should have the easiest group. Let's see if that comes to fruition. Schedule for me, though, I've dropped points, obviously, against Monaco. We did play each other. What am I thinking? We did drop points there, but I did beat Lens 3-0, 4-2 against Guingamp, and 3-1 against Bastia. My Champions League group is Leipzig, Espanyol, which, fair enough, they've got themselves in there, and Roma. So that's more of a Europa League group, if you ask me, but I reckon I can progress through to that. So
I think it's took me 4 years, but I've finally got my team where I want it. And I don't see you like picking up any points against me, I'll be honest.
Ooh, it's fighting
No, I've
talk.
sorted my
like
team
it.
out now. Lukaku's going to sort you all out.
let's see what happens then. Season number 4. Let's simulate it. All right, season number 4. Monaco is back to the top of Ligue 1 with 81 points. Robbo picking up another league title with only 3 losses as well.
It's good to be back. It's good to
Aaron,
be back.
Aaron had a great finish of the season, didn't he?
God, yeah.
Oh, you could have done so well,
5
mate.
losses. 5 losses.
5 losses in a row. Oh my god.
Quite worried about PSG creeping back up in between, though. They're starting to have a bit of a comeback.
They beat me 8-0. I beat them 4-0 in the other game, and they've come back to and beat me 8-0.
Well, let's start off with that, Aaron. You got 11 losses, which means one of them we can't see. Here we go. But one was an 8-0. You got a loss to Nice twice there, actually, losing to Nice, and then 1 each. Bordeaux and Monaco. Dad had 10, so you could just about see them. Only Monaco and Bordeaux. You've done very well. You took my role in this.
Yes.
We're 4 seasons in of losing very little games against each other. Bordeaux only losing 6, just the 2, which was Nice and Monaco, which means Aaron has yet to win 1.
Have I not beaten any of you?
No, he has not beat Monaco.
Oh.
So 0
Something's
points for
gone
Aaron
on here.
so far, because you don't actually get any. We've also obviously got the points for where we finished between ourselves. The profile of the league, though, Gonzalo Guedes is the top scorer for PSG. This is a bit weird. We spent a lot of money on strikers, and Guedes is the top scorer, which is a winger, and then second is my defensive midfielder, who again takes penalties. And how many has he scored this season? 18 penalties.
You've done something in this league, you have absolutely got something going on here, hasn't he, lads?
He's been in the editor.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
16 league penalties he's picked up and scored.
16.
So out of the 23 goals, 16 were penalties.
43 penalties in 2 seasons, you've had.
Onyedale also got 23 as well, so he's second highest. Marcus Leonardo. And there's Big Rom with 19.
He is, look.
Big Rom.
Done all right, to be fair.
He's done a job. He's
done all right.
You know what? You don't lose it. If you're a goal scorer, you're a goal scorer. It doesn't matter how old you are.
That's true. Jeremy Doku got 17 assists. It makes me think that he's the reason why we're picking up so many penalties.
Yeah.
With that amount of assists. A tricky winger on the left-hand side there, because he is absolutely phenomenal. Arguably one of my best players now. He looks absolutely mint. Boba Shaw also got the highest average rating, just in front of Valentin Vada. We got Vinicius Junior's in that list as well. The clean sheets, we've got the £100 million goalkeeper at Lyon, picking up 13. In behind Ethan Horvath from the USA, who's a cracking goalkeeper on this PSG. We've got 19 clean sheets. That's over half of the fixtures. He is not conceding the goal.
That's crazy.
I find mental.
I've got to say, though, Aaron's keeper is now
How did I
looking
score
good.
4 past him?
Yeah, he is looking class.
Yeah, he does.
He's
He's coming into
That
his own
money's
now.
well spent now, yeah.
We talked about the games without winning previously. Games with winning, sorry. Games without the losing. Rennes is the top of that right now, so that's maybe very sad. But games without winning, Bastia with 12, but Lyon's on it as well with 5, which looks like it's the end of the season.
5 streak at the end. Yeah, it's not gone well for me.
Don't forget the average attendance. Don't forget about that average attendance.
PSG jumped up a bit. They must have upgraded their stadium there, but me and Dad not on that one.
Me anymore.
All right, let's have
What's
a look.
happened to Raznan as well? Raznan's fallen.
Oh yeah, where's he gone?
Find
It's
out
because you
now.
took him off the transfer list.
He's got to be about 47 him now.
So you took Marouane off the transfer list and he's not scoring many goals anymore. Okay, competitions. Bordeaux not winning a single thing. Ooh. Chucked away what could have been a good comeback last season. 8th round. At least I didn't get eliminated by either of you, though. Champions League was Manchester City. 8th round by Nantes. Dad, let's have a look at your competitions. Runners up in the French Cup. We don't know who it
was
is.
that the quarter-final of the Champions Cup?
Against PSG. Yeah. So they're still in the Champions League there. Aaron, how did you do competitions-wise?
Do we have to?
A double elimination by Monaco.
Oh, we finally...
All I can do is apologise to Luke and Dad for that one, because he's picking up 4 points there, obviously.
Turntables. Finally managed to get something over on him on this game.
Chucking it in the semi-final there as well in both. All right. Well, Robbo, competition page. It's a treble.
God's gift has landed on Earth. It was inevitable, really, wasn't it, lads? A treble win. I think this is the best achievement of my life, to be fair. I think this is where I've peaked. I can't believe it.
Well done, yeah.
French Cup win,
good season.
3-0 over Nice in that final there. The 3-2 win against Manchester City in the Champions League. But if you're looking back on it, you knocked PSG out in the semi-final, 5-1 on aggregate.
Get in.
Quarter-final knocking out, obviously, Aaron's Lyon, 5-3 there. Ooh. And then the round of 16, which is where you eliminated Porto in that round, which is the round we were all in. But yeah, well done, mate.
Do you know what's so nice as well? Mario Rica, top scorer in the Champions League. It's come full circle. One of my first ever signings, under £1 million.
Under a
very
million.
Good to see him.
Every season he's been very consistent as well. Hasn't had a standout, but he's always been there.
That Champions League was evading me all rebuild, and now I've got it done. Just very happy to see that winner underneath that trophy.
Yeah, back-to-back finals, fair play. You've managed to... And again, with a hard group. The only time you get the difficult groups, you get to the final every single time so far.
I think it warms them up for like the actual round of 16 and stuff. I think I come in with a bit of an advantage. Feels like I played a final every week in the Champions League on this save, so yeah, very happy.
Well done, points-wise.
Well done, mate.
That is solid. Now, goals, got 28 from Mario Rico, which was your top scorer, but look how many players finished with 20 goals or more.
Yeah,
6.
Very, very happy.
Yeah.
Endrick on loan was one of them, by the way, so he's done well and developed well.
Very happy for him to come back next year. But Esposito, got to say it. You see that name on Football Manager, you've got to sign him.
Got to get him in.
You have to sign him. Very, very good.
Junior is now an unbelievable player as well. He's developed and grown into world-class talent. It's been a great season for you, mate.
Unbelievable season. I've peaked right now. I may as well go off the video now. May as well just call it there.
Well, you got a massive wage budget and £47 million, so you can probably stretch that to 70 million, which means in Aaron terms about 500. So,
yeah, it's the last season. It's going to be ruthless.
Yeah.
It's going to be ruthless on that transfer list.
Be prepared.
Can you improve that squad though?
Yeah, that's it. Where in this squad are you going to be able to find a better player? Because right now the best 11 pick, I mean left back, but it's not because he's a bad left back.
I see that team sheet there. Telemans, I've watched him all season, through the seasons, and he's just prodded away for you, and he's done so well. Yeah, and he's played 20-odd games every season for you, and he hasn't been mentioned once.
Yeah, it's just been really good for you.
Yeah,
quality. I mean, the whole squad,
unsung hero.
Yeah,
the whole squad's just like there's just something everywhere with everyone. I mean, it's probably one of the best teams we've ever built. Done very well, but season 5 though, we've still got another season to go. Got to make sure we pick up the points, keep improving.
Right, Aaron, goals wise, mate, 34 from Big Rom.
He did score him. I told you he'd score him, but the rest of the lads have let him down. He can't do it on his own, can he? Not at 35 years old.
You promised us 25 league goals. He got 19, mate. So
yeah, he struggled.
And
he's
retiring now. It's his final year.
Is he?
Yeah, he's retiring. I mean, at least he waited until the end of the season to retire, unlike Lionel Messi when you signed him.
Yeah, he didn't.
And he retired after 8 games.
I'm a player out of pocket now with him going, so I don't know what I'm going to do here. I need a miracle. I think I need a treble, and I need you lot to all draw in your games with each other.
Yeah.
And then I might just finish third then.
Barcola's got a big injury as well.
4 to 6 months. What's he been doing?
Cruciate ligaments.
What's he been
He's going
doing?
to miss the start of next year as well, him.
And he is your best player at the minute.
And where's Razvan? He only come off the bench 5 times.
Oh no, you needed to lock him in.
He's only 33. There's plenty of life.
Do you know what? Again, though,
we'll get that sorted.
He took one of my players and got 29 contributions out of him. It's scruffy, you know. It's proper scruffy. He's just poaching my best players.
Yeah, but if you're not giving the lads contracts, they're looking for somewhere to play. They might as well come here.
My fault. It's terrible. 29 goals.
They know the league.
£51 million, mate, and a nice little wage budget to get some more of Robbo's police players. Easy stuff.
Yeah, we'll see what free agents.
I'm keeping an eye on it this year. Telling you, first thing I'm
Of
doing.
course, we'll have a look.
Dad, squad-wise, you got some class players this season.
yeah.
Marco Nasti, 42 goals. Marcus Leonardo, 42 goals. 33 for Suzuki.
Where did I go wrong?
Yeah.
I put the tactic in. I knew it would score goals. I mean, it did. So yeah, I'm pleased with that.
I'll tell you where it went wrong then. Defence, probably.
Yeah. So I'll spend all my money on the defence now. 50 million on defenders now, I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, final season, going into final season for me. 26 goals from Vada. Again, that's my defensive midfielder, getting all the penalties. Onyedale getting the same amount just from open play by the looks of it. 16 and 10 from Boba Shaw. So, not too bad. But £41 million with the lowest wage budget. So, again, I've got the lowest budget, I think, going into season number 5. So, let's have a look at the points. Season 4 points are Mega Luke with 4, Dad with 5, Aaron with 0, and Robbo with 32. Meaning the total points after 4 seasons is Luke with 23, Dad with 25, Aaron with 16, and Robbo with 64. Alright then, year number 5. And I have not done that much in terms of transfers, but what I think the impact I have done is I spent a lot of money on one player, Reece Oxford. Somebody I tried to get the season 4, didn't have enough money and had to cancel the deal. In the end, I've decided to bring him in this season. He is a very good defender and they are very hard to come by in this database I found. Finding centre-backs that are at a high value. But back then, he was touted as being the next best thing for English centre-backs, and here he is, £80 million. But I've also brought in, some say, the world's best goalkeeper on a free transfer. Alisson coming in. He's not as amazing as what we know he is right now, but from Juventus, I couldn't resist bringing him in on a free transfer. So those are basically all of my signings this summer. But tactically, I've switched things around and I am going for it. We have basically gone for a free up front with Boba Shaw just in behind. So we've got 4 players up there and just pray that we can not concede as many as what we are going to score, because that's kind of what this tactic suggests, that we're just really, really going for it. Rodri's still in the team though, 33 years of age. He's still knocking about, hasn't done obviously as well as what I hoped. He's really dropped in terms of ability, but he's still there. We're all good. Dad, let's have a look at your transfer business, because yet again, you've brought in a former Arsenal player in Lucas Torreira.
I try every time not to buy any Arsenal players, but unfortunately they just come up and I just got to get them, haven't I? So.
Fortunately, my knowledge of Football Manager players and where they've used to play for is a lot better than Dad's, so we can always use this joke because it comes up quite often.
Wait for me to sign from first, don't you?
Yeah, I don't tell you when you're doing it.
And then I went to Arsenal and bought a player.
Yeah. Gagliardini for £9 million, who's another midfielder, 35 years old. Yeah. And then, finally, Rory McGaw. Yeah. Guess where he plays? Centre midfield.
Yeah, I've just strengthened the good old spine up. Really, really sort of solid spine now. Hopefully, I know I can score goals. So
we did lose two of them, Cyprian and Chan.
Yeah, that's right.
The club there. Tactically, you're going pretty much very similar to what I've got. But you've got Kone on the centre midfield on attack.
Yeah. Well, I know my midfielders is quite strong now, so I'm just going for it full out. I mean, I'm in the same bit as Aaron. Really, we've got to go for it, mate, haven't we? So
that's it, mate. We've got to have a go down
swinging.
That is
very attacking. That though. That is mental.
Go on then, Aaron, talk us through your signings, mate, because there's some corkers in here.
Oh, yeah, you always know it's going to be a good one when I'm running through these. But like Dad said, we're in the position now where we just have to go for it. You talked about going all out attack with the formation, and I've had to do the same. But which is, in a weird thing, I've had to buy centre-backs so I can go 3 at the back, so then to allow me to get more attackers going forward. The full-backs are gone. We're not having them. We're not doing that this season. I brought in this Turkish lad here, 6'4". How am I going to say that name? Serdar Satke. So we're going to have him at the back, and we got this lad as well from PSG. So again, I've weakened him. He probably doesn't play for them, but he'll definitely be playing for me. Moroccan lad there at the back, Rayad. Something like that. And then I like a dinosaur, so I brought in Aymeric Laporte. It's really upsetting me that I've not got anyone's faces. I just got the silhouette, so I'm going to use that as an excuse. I'm going to start getting that in now. But strikers-wise, brought in Evan Ferguson. Found him at Brighton knocking about, so we brought him in. And then one last striker, Tom Cannon, found him at Barcelona, 62 million quid. 2 Irishmen, let them bring the Guinness with them, and let's just have a party for season 5, because we can't win anything. We're not going to win the rebuild. If I can just do some damage and score some goals, which is why my tactics looking like this. We've got 3 centre-backs, an anchor, a deep lying playmaker, and then up front I've just thrown everyone forward and thought, do what you can, boys. Have a bit of fun with it. Have a bit of fun. We're only here once.
Any party with Guinness in, I'll be there.
That's it. Get the Guinness in. Cannon and Ferguson are bringing the Guinness. Let's have it. Season 5. Let's see what I can do. A 3-2-3-2 it's actually gone down as, so probably never seen that in your life.
I look forward to see how it does, mate. Robbo, final season, mate, after that last season, which very points heavy with 32 in total. What are we looking like this year?
Well, what we are looking like is the greatest talent in world football has joined my club. Simone Profundi, everyone. Simone Profundi, everyone, for £2 million. Now, the love that we have for each other goes against attributes. He is going to play for me. He knows what it's like to be under Robbo. And listen, if he even scores 1 goal for me this season, I'll be very pleased with him. I absolutely love Profundi. And when I saw him available, I thought I have got to bring him in. So we brought Profundi in at $2 million. We've also brought in a centre-back in Retsos, another Greek lad. That's 2 Greek lad at the club now, but 6'1", again, good mentals, good physicals, good technicals. Just probably back up, to be fair. He can play left back and right back as well. So a very good squad player to have in the defence. We've also brought in Verbruggen from Bayern Munich. This is a £100 million goalkeeper, but he just looks out of this world. Like, he is my type of goalkeeper. 6'5". Good jumping reach, good aerial reach, good at one-on-ones, giving me a bit like Van der Sar vibes, obviously being Dutch himself, so I'm very excited to see what he can do. I've seen he's conceded 8 goals in 4, so he's got off to a flyer. But we'll see what he can do across the season. And then finally, we brought in Barberere. Again, just a right back, just someone who could cover at right back for Frimpong. Decent on the ball, decent physicals. Like you said, Luke, I found on this database the defenders were really hard to find. Really good quality defenders in fullbacks and centre-backs. So he's kind of the best of what I could bring in for cover. And that's everything on the ins. On the outs, we've got Daniel Bragnaca leaving. Luca actually left as well. Just a few players who aren't getting as much football, just so I could bring in some funds. And tactically, I'm sticking the same. I'm not locking anybody in. I think this squad is ready now where I don't really need to lock anyone in. Whoever plays, I think is going to be good enough. Endrick's back from his loan as well, which is quite exciting, so it'll be good to see what he can do after having a good season at Atletico Madrid. If I quick pick my team, it's looking like this now. You've got Carcaba, Endrick, Esposito. Tielemans actually comes back into the team. interestingly, who's always been there. He's always been a very solid player. And Markovic at DM, who I've not really highlighted throughout the video as well. He's also been very good. But the squad now, I think, is just ready to go and do great things. So hopefully we have a very good season 5, as good as the last season.
If you had anything about you, mate, you would have locked in Profundi this year.
Oh, that is true. That is true. But points are points. And I will die for points.
That's true. Also, Aaron didn't steal any of your players.
No, I didn't see any running out of contract this year that I fancied, so...
Yeah.
Because the first thing that I did is went onto my squad, sorted by expiry date, and made sure no one was expiring, even the players I don't play, because he's not having any more. So, yeah, we dealt with that.
Fair play. Well, let's have a look at your schedule then at the start of the season. Haven't played any of us yet, but it is looking kind of rocky.
Yeah, it's not looking too strong. I mean, the 3-2 win, again, only winning by 1 goal against a team we should be battering. Rennes only 1-0, that was an own goal as well. Losing to Marseille, losing to Havre. It's looking like the wheels have fell off the bus, to be honest. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's just a bad start to the season. I mean, we've just won a treble, so hopefully they can refine the form.
It's a massive hangover this for you now.
Yeah, it might be.
I've also noticed you played in Trent Alexander-Arnold's testimonial. How do you feel about that, Liverpool fans, eh?
I mean, was it a testimonial from Madrid or Liverpool?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Eh? Champions Cup Group F, we've got Schalke, Juve, Dinamo Zagreb, which means you probably ain't going to make the final this year.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get battered this year. I'm probably going to drop into Europa League.
All right, Aaron, let's have a look at your schedule for Lyon. And again, it's been a tough start.
Yeah,
You've got
it's
a couple
ropey,
of
isn't
losses
it?
there.
But when you're going at it with 3 defenders and 5 attackers, it's probably to be expected. We've also played in a testimonial there as well. Mendy, he's calling it a day.
Then we got Europa League football for Apoel, Roda and Zoraya.
Yeah,
who I've actually watched live when Zlatan scored for Manchester United in the Europa League that year that we won it. I went and watched that game.
Oh, the beauty is.
Which this database was basically from that season, I think. So
what,
Farmers Cup, that'll win that. Yeah, I'll win that.
No doubt.
Yep.
Dad, schedule-wise, which means none of us have played each other. You have played PSG, though, and lost.
Yes, a bit disappointing again. So I'm the same. I've lost 2 games as well, so not a good start for me. But when I do score, I'm scoring 6 and 3. So
yeah.
All right, it's an average start, but still there though.
All right.
I hate to see.
You're yet to win the league yet. That's one thing.
I know,
You've won a
yeah.
Europa League, and did you win a cup, or is it just the Europa League?
No, I lost in the cup final the first season.
We've only
didn't
had one each.
Yeah.
One each, me and Dad. I've only had the Conference League.
Yeah.
Your Champions League group, you got Dortmund, Pexwol, and Real Sociedad in there.
That one's mine this season. I can feel that. My hands are going to be around that. Yeah, I'll be prizing them off Robbo there. That cup, that's mine.
Okay, well, we'll see. That's some more fight talk. I like it.
That's mine.
Schedule at the start of the season for me, I've only won 1 game. I've drew quite a lot. I've drew to Metz, drew to Guingamp, drew to Lille, lost there to PSG 3-1. It's been a difficult start to the season. 4-2 beating Marseille. In the Champions Group H, I've got Manchester City, Benfica, and Galatasaray.
That's not an easy group.
6 points from 5 games. Have you turned Sackins off or not?
I know, right? Yeah, they're not on. They're not becoming the sackable. They're not on there. We're all good. We're starting the season rough, but we'll pick it up as we go along. Season number 5 then. Let's see how this one finally ends up. Season 5 then, and it's Bordeaux for the league title. Who doubted me at the start? I might have only drawn all those games.
I had the worst start.
Yeah, I doubted you. I must admit, I did doubt you.
I thought you were getting relegated.
Yeah, fair. The 4 losses. We've got Monaco in 2nd place there. Nice, Dad in 4th. Lyon down in 6th. Amiens is popping up again. They've done quite well in these couple of seasons. Goal difference, though, I scored 109, which I think has played a big part in it. Dad, you got 101 there. 4 losses in total. Only one of them was against one of the lads, and that was against Dad. 0 draws against anybody as well, which means I'm picking up some points this season. Monaco, 6 losses, both against Bordeaux.
The one person, I don't need
Nice.
it.
Not seeing my name on these losses yet.
Nice, you've lost once there to Aaron. Go on, Aaron.
Go on, there you
There's
go.
a point, mate.
6-4 as well, what a game.
1 against
Told you
Bordeaux.
I look after you, mate.
1 against Monaco.
I'm just going to point out there, look at my finish of the season again, and how close I was to finishing 2nd.
Yeah, just 4
the end
points.
of season again let me down again.
Chucked it away. We haven't really looked at the past positions. Maybe we should do that for this one. But Leon, Aaron, you've got 13 losses.
Have I only drawn 1 game all season? This is it. It was end-to-end stuff. It was balls to the wall. It was 3 at the back, 5 up top. Let's see if we can score more goals than them.
Do you know what, mate? With that tactic, coming 6th, I think you should be quite proud of yourself.
Yeah.
You've actually done quite well.
91 goals.
I don't need your
conceded
pity. I don't need your
62.
pity.
Well, let's have a look then at the past positions and see how this lined up for us across the season, because it is quite jumbly, to be fair, but as you can see, after it got like halfway through the season, I had a bit of a climb and then stayed on top. Dad, with Nice, you were second.
I was
for
chasing
ages.
you,
Yeah.
And
then all of a sudden, bang, that end of the season finished me off.
Yeah, and then Monaco popped up there.
Just
at the
slivered
end.
in between.
Profile of the league then. Goals was dominated by Nice players. Suzuki with 27, Leonardo with 25. There's Rika for the first time, I think, on the list.
Yeah, he's had a good
22.
season. Very good season.
Yeah.
He looks unbelievable now.
How have I not got a player on there? Scored the most goals in the league. I've got a player on there.
Unbelievable.
Evan Ferguson's on that. Yeah, they must have just been against with all the players. Suzuki and Leonardo with the highest average rating. Barcola with the most assists, 16. There you go, Aaron. That's a nice little one for you.
Is that a point?
No, unfortunately not, mate, no. Bart Verbruggen, the £100 million goalkeeper, was worth it. He got the most clean sheets there.
Yeah,
So
did well. Did well.
Yeah. Jeremy Doku was my top scorer. He was 7th. He got 19. Vada again with 14.
Oh, yeah.
He's the penalty taker.
Penalties again, eh?
And then it's just quite a few of them just scored a bunch instead of loads with just one. Well, let's have a look at competition page for Bordeaux. Oh, and it's a treble!
Oh, no.
I don't believe that. With the start that you had this season, and you go and do the treble. How the hell's he done that, lads?
He's been in the editor.
Yeah, you know he was stopping and starting at the end of this season. He saw the point difference.
Well, let's have a look. The French Cup. I beat Nice in the final. 6-2. 6-2, Dad.
That's an hammering, isn't it? I'm glad to get to the final again, but that's an hammering, isn't it? God
Champions
almighty.
League beating Manchester United. Right, Dad, let's have a look at your competitions page. We know how you got on in the Cup. You were eliminated by Juve in the round of 16 0. So didn't get that far on that one. Aaron, competitions.
Yeah.
Unlucky, mate, because Real Madrid popped up in the Europa
What are
League.
they doing there, right? I've got two things. I've got two things that I want to talk about here. What are Real Madrid doing there, and who? La Barrione de Chateaubriand, who beat me in the. Who are they?
They are in the third tier, by the way.
Wow.
Mate. They're in the third tier. They have one of the nicest third kits, though. That purple number is absolutely beautiful.
Well, I don't actually have the graphics pack, so it's just a standard shirt for me. That
You got a silhouette.
Yeah,
shirt.
just a silhouette.
It's a
Yeah.
lovely coloured shirt.
yeah.
And then, Robbo, how did you get on, mate? Oh, you got a lot of competitions. You had the Club World Cup coming up as well. Oh, semi-final by Bordeaux.
It's unbelievable what you've done this year to me. You've absolutely bullied me. You've grabbed me by my shirt collar and you've gone, no, this is my video, mate. You've absolutely done me. If you've somehow done this, this could be the peak of my life, this. And somehow you've done a treble. And in that Champions League semi-final, you beat me 7-2.
Mate, in the French Cup, I beat you 5-0.
5-0 as well. Oh, my Lord.
What I will say, though, is you do get a point in the Champions League because you beat me in one of the games.
Ah.
You beat me 2-1.
like that.
So
Could
you do get a point there.
now.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Let that be the crucial point.
Yeah, you get a point there. I get 2 points, one for beating you in the other leg and for knocking you out, but you do get a point for that. And, of course, I get the 2 points in the French Cup for the win and knocking you out. But
Yeah, you've
you
done
do
me.
get a point for that still.
Fair play. That's an
Wow.
unbelievable season from yourself.
That's a lot
Fair
of points going there, isn't it?
All right, well, let's have a quick scan of the goals then, because we got Rika at Monaco getting the most goals this season, 26. Milinkovic-Savic. You haven't scored as many goals, I'm noticing, this year.
Yeah,
Robbo.
this year's
dropped
been
off a little bit.
I think every year I've had about 5 lads in the 20 mark. I mean, I don't know what's happened this season. Hendrick started more games, but he's a decent player. He didn't really do too well though. Yeah, it's not been a great season really at all.
Aaron, your squad look is you got quite a few goals actually. Obviously, we expected.
Yeah,
that,
I
to be
mean,
fair,
you're
with
going to
your
expect
tactics.
it. But Barcola, he scored 3 goals all season. Not too happy, to be honest, boys. Like, look, Ferguson's done all right. You know what? They've done all right. It's my tactics, isn't it? I've gone all out. The defence has let me down, I think.
Dad with Nice. Let's
Yeah.
have a look. We got 44 from Marcus Leonardo, 14 assists. Suzuki 39.
39 and 31.
31 with 25
so the
assists.
top 3, I can't knock that.
Hey, I
card,
tell
really,
you what,
so.
Dad's team scores some goals, you know.
Yeah.
Every
Even
season.
Manu Kone, 22.
Yep.
It's this database, because you got William Pacho, who's a very good centre-back, but this database, I struggled so much to find good defenders.
Yeah.
I think I bought like 2 or 3, which never amounted to anything that I hoped it would, thinking I'll get a young one and develop them, and they never really developed. And I think we've all sort of struggled to find good defenders, because I think, Robert, you really benefited from getting Delict early. He turned out to be class.
Yeah, he actually developed when I signed him. Like, he was like 26, and I thought, oh, this is going to like kind of be his peak. But he actually just developed, and he now looks very good. So yeah, that was a 10 million signing that as well. So
whereas I had to go for Reece Oxford this year. That was my main signing. I had to go all out to get him. He got 10 goals and he played quite well as well, 7.17. But goals-wise, Hottie finally came in with 33 and 16. 33 for Jeremy Doku and 28 assists is absolutely mental.
I'll tell you what, Jeremy Doku's been unbelievable for you.
That's been my best signing, I think.
Yeah, very, very good, yeah.
Bob Bashir's done all right. On Dell as well, considering he didn't cost me that much at the start there. 22 and 18. Very good indeed. But what has the points? What has happened to the points? Let's find out then. Season 5 points are Omega Luke with 32, Dad with 4, Aaron with 1, and Robbo with 6. Meaning the total points after 5 seasons is Omega Luke with 55, Dad with 29, Aaron with 17, and BigRobbo14 picking up the win with 70 points.
Come on!
Well done, mate.
Well done,
15 points ahead in the end.
Yes.
Well done, mate. Well done.
I mean,
It wasn't
well
close,
done.
but well done.
Do you know
15
what?
points ahead. That's nearly what I got in the whole rebuild. Yeah.
Do you know what? I was a disgrace on that first rebuild in them first seasons. I remember it. It haunts me, the number. 9 points in 3 years. It's good to actually show a bit of class on this rebuild and do a decent job. But yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for
you
having
come
me on
back.
again. I'm very, very happy with that.
Yeah, you had 3 really good seasons. Season 2, 3,
Yeah.
and 4 was really good
Yeah.
for you.
Dominant years and come back with a bit of a revenge. But yeah, thank you very much, boys, for coming back on. Really do appreciate it. I'm
Yeah,
sure
it was
you're
great.
coming back
We're
again.
going to have to come again because I can't leave it there, lads. See you in a month. I'll see you in a month.
See you in a month.
can't
All
have
right,
that.
Fight Talk. I like it. Maybe the comment section can suggest the 3 teams that we should be down below, or a scenario that we can do, very much like this one. This was just something that we thought of maybe doing a little bit differently so that the teams and the players were very different instead of the standard. Maybe we go retro. That could be something that we haven't
yes.
done
That's-
in a
that's-
3 or 4 way.
That's
a bit
mine
more
and
your
Dad's
time,
play.
Aaron.
Oh, yeah, that's my
Don't take me
playground,
to the
that.
80s.
Yeah.
Please don't take me to the 80s. I don't have a clue what's going on. I hate it.
All right, we'll do that then next time. But thank you very much, boys, for coming on. Aaron, of course, well done for Daisy Hill getting that
Yeah.
cup final win. Make sure you're checking out Aaron's stuff on his TikTok that he's trying to do regularly again. I'm having so much fun watching you trying to complete the numbers game every day.
It's hard work, that, you know. Have you ever tried it?
No, I'd enjoy just watching you do it.
Have a
to be
go at it.
honest,
Have a go at it, mate.
It's either that or watching you decide what food you want to stick up your bum. That's always been quite
Have a go at that. If you're looking for some short form content.
Yeah, exactly. But your vlogs on the games and stuff, me and Dad always watch it while we're doing the rebuild.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
we
cheers, boys.
do
Appreciate
enjoy that.
it. And you're gonna come up next season as well, aren't you?
We are trying to, yeah.
Yeah.
We can't make the cup final, which is really
Yeah, we're a
annoying,
bit
so-
disappointed at that, man. Good luck with the cup final as well.
Yeah,
Aaron.
you got one
Cheers.
coming up.
Got one
Yeah.
tomorrow.
By the
so
time this comes out, hopefully,
Yeah,
we'd have
you'll
already
be-
won
yeah.
it. We'd have won it. By the time
you would have
this
already
comes
won
out.
it.
Yeah.
So-
Hopefully.
And by the time this comes out, hopefully Man United have lifted that Europa League. That's another thing
No,
that's
not
going
an
to
open
happen.
house chance.
yeah.
Not
That's
an open
another
house
thing.
chance, I tell you now.
Oh,
So
God.
nervous about
I
that.
am. I feel horrible.
All right, Big Roll, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Your streams have been smashing it. Where can people watch your stuff? Of course, you've been back on the YouTube content stuff again.
Yeah, just YouTube, Twitch, BigRobbo14. Same as the TikTok as well. Like I say,
Yeah.
I love doing things like this, like you've done here, where you do different scenarios, some things that are a bit more fun, a bit more unknown, and challenges like this. So that's what you'll find. But yeah, thank you so much for having me on again, and cheers for the win, lads. Appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Thank you very much. Let us know if you got to the Season 5. If you're part of the Season 5 crew, let us know down in the comments section. And go and check out this video on screen right now, because me and Dad did the Race to the Prem series, and here is the full, uncut, full movie. It's about 5 hours. So if you got 5 hours time, I'm sure you, after watching this, which is about 2 hours, you probably still got 5 hours left in your day to watch this one.